Welcome to the SpeakEasy Conversations with Greg and Doug.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's 44, Doug. We did 44 of these things, and I'm pretty proud of that.
Yeah, me too. It's been fun, as always.
Yeah, and we have a damn great guest tonight for y'all tonight.
Yes, we do.
And I'm pretty sure, a damn great beer. What do you have, Doug?
Well, I'm going to start off with, remember last week I had something from Personal Best Brewing out of Ithaca. This is called Armchair Enthusiast. This is a brown ale with coffee.
Okay.
So we're going to help that guy open. You know, it's I've had a few brown ales with coffee before that I always think, oh, that's actually a pretty good combination. So we're going to see how this one is. How about you? What are you pouring over there?
Hey, it's Heather Pavish.
Hey, Heather.
Who is due for an appearance on this.
Yes, you are.
Dog. He's doing all kinds of things. I couldn't get any more further from what you're drinking. I got a peach barrel aged something or other from my friend at Sway Brewing.
Oh,
you know, I love them.
Yep. Look how light that looks. Holy moly.
And we got the shirt.
Nice shirt.
We got the beer. We got the glass. We got the whole branding going on. I am not paid for this, unfortunately. Or actually, I was given this beer for free.
Yeah,
Full disclosure. Right. So when I like it, it's tainted, right, Doug?
No, listen, our palates are like what we like is slightly different, but you have a really good fucking palate. So if you think it's good, then I'm curious. So. Dude, that must be pretty good.
A blended, man, light. A blended oak something or other with peaches. How about that?
Nice. So mine has like all their malts and hops and the coffee they have. So this is like a list. They have the malts are pale ale, heritage crystal brown, pale chocolate, crystal extra dark. The hops are East Kent Goldings, which not what I've seen. And then they have from 40 weight coffee roasters, brewed with Mexico Finca Nuevo coffee and Guatemala El Regalto coffee. So, man, it's super good. The coffee is like just the perfect amount. Really good brown ale, good to style with the coffee. So, Greg, I think we both got some bangers here to start off with.
Yeah, and this is called, what is it called? Barely Peaches. Is that what it said? Lovely Peaches from Sway Brewing. And yeah, this was given to me when I visited there a couple months ago now. Yeah. And
cheers.
It's a nice one, Doug. So, Doug, it's been a week, yo.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
I Facebook teased y'all some things, but we'll be able to talk about that soon, y'all. Trust me on that one. And before we bring up our fabulous guest, Doug, I would like to talk about this real quick. The McFleshman's podcast I was on this week, y'all. It dropped this week. New Wisconsin brews you should try for people who are in Wisconsin. This is your jam. If not, you can listen to me talk to Bobby about beer things. And Bobby's vastly interesting, and I'm a little interesting. So it almost makes for it does make for interesting because Bobby's interesting and I'm part interesting. Doug. So Doug.
The money.
That's better than I like my peaches from Georgia, right?
Yeah.
He likes his weed from California. Is that what it is?
Yep.
Oh. Anyway. All right, Doug. Without further ado, we're going to bring on someone that y'all are very familiar with and that y'all love. If you don't love, you're weird. It's really that simple, isn't it, Doug?
It's really cut and dried, I think. So yeah.
It is, yeah. Here's our friend and co-host, Lauren Yee.
Hey.
Hi, friends.
Welcome back.
Also, you don't have to love me. That's fine.
Yeah, you do.
So, I mean, I'm very everyone's
private.
Welcome back, Lauren. Man, it's been a while.
It has. Was it the last time? Was it summer? I don't know. Time is flying. I don't understand calendars.
Time zones, calendars, clocks. Whatever.
Yeah, clocks, it's just time's flying. I don't know what's going on, but I'm here and I'm excited.
And we are too. Lauren, are you excited enough to have something exciting in the glass?
I do. It is going to be the same thing because it's by myself and it's larger. But I have a Sam Smith's nut brown ale. I was like, can we? Ooh, we've got this. It's a give me a break on the name. It's a 5%, I think I saw. So like not that heavy, but darker. You know, you know how I go, but also not small. So this may be the beverage of the evening. I party fouled. I poured a little early because I wanted to drink some, but this is what it looks like, and it's very tasty.
It's a classic. That's a classic beer. So
still good.
Mm-hmm.
There's no shame in that game, right, Doug?
Not at all. Samuel Smith's they have great beer, so good choice.
I'm very happy with it.
We're both drinking brown ales, by the way. So
I heard you say that. I was like, me too.
Yep. Sorry, Greg.
I'm drinking the white beer. That's kind of wild.
It's all about balance. We got to make up for each other in this. It's a little triangulation of things today.
There.
Ebony and ivory, right?
Mm-hmm.
Living in perfect harmony.
Correct,
I'm here to mix it up in the middle, I guess.
Yes.
Okay. On that note, we're going to segue to wonderful Lauren telling us about our guest. Lauren.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes. This is my job, apparently. Hi, I'm Lauren, and I'm bringing my good friend, costume designer Whitney Adams, who has been on this Whitney Ann Adams, costume designer, who's been on the stream before and is amazing and has a very busy year and made some time for us to talk about movies because she sees all of them. Okay, maybe not all of them, but many. So let's bring her on. Give her a warm welcome, folks.
Well, hold on. Let's give her a warm welcome before we get out the gate. Manny.
Oh. Sorry, we can't bring her on to that. But thank you for sharing with the class.
All right, Doug. Doug, you want to do this so we don't?
Yeah, sure. Welcome, Whitney.
Hi, I'm so happy to be here. I love it. So happy to be back.
Yay. Yeah, Whitney, how are you?
I'm exhausted, but I'm good. It's been a busy, crazy year, and especially the last 2 weeks. So happy.
You also not understand calendars?
No, who knows what a calendar is?
So what do you have anything in your glass?
Thank
that
you,
you're
thank you.
drinking.
I am drinking some single barrel Four Roses bourbon with 1 ice cube tonight.
Oh,
Just one ice
look
cube.
at that
Just 1 ice
glassware.
cube. I
That
know. I
is
thought I'd
a
be
strong
fancy
pour.
today.
That is like
And a lovely
like,
glass.
A little goblet, a little goblet action.
yeah. There you go.
I mean, we're celebrating, right? So
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
fancy glass it
Also,
is.
I just got back home after 3 months away doing a movie in North Carolina, and I don't have any beer in my fridge, and I need to stock up. So
Yes,
I
you
at
do.
least have some in my bar. At least has some bar things, and I just moved this year, so I'm not fully stocked back up yet. So I got to work on that when I'm back home from Christmas.
I mean, we love a beverage,
Yes,
period.
but
Yep.
I'm a big Four Roses fan. It's my nice, like, my usual.
The usual.
The usual.
Yeah. So it's not like you don't have the hottest movie out on it's not like you didn't work on the hottest movie that is out right now. I
Pretty
mean,
crazy.
we absolutely have to talk about this movie, Five Nights at Freddy's.
My
And-
favorite part, just to interject, my favorite part about this is that we've set the record for the biggest audience critics disparity in Rotten Tomatoes history. So
Ooh.
cheers to us. Cheers to us.
So so is the tomato meter, is that like the critics and the popcorn? Is like
Popcorn
the
Meter's
regular-
audience. Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I looked it
so-
up. Okay, so I was trying to like remember what movies I've seen because I'm so bad at movies. And I looked up IMDb, like all of the movies from this year. I was scrolling the list and it's sorted by popularity. And at least yesterday, y'all were listed at number 4
Yeah.
of all of the movies of 2025.
It's pretty wild. It's been a whirlwind. Like I've, gained over 1,000 followers on Instagram and my posts have been blowing up. It's been like overwhelming. It's very exciting to connect with the fandom, but definitely like a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I can
I'm sorry
imagine.
to interrupt you, Greg. I just had to point out that
No.
amazing
I love it.
record. It's one of my favorite records that we broke in during this movie.
It's a great one, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know. That was part of when I was saying, like, who cares what the critics say? Just go
Yeah.
see this movie and get popcorn and enjoy it. And
Exactly.
that's
It's a
my
ton of
advice.
it's a ton of fun. It's a ton of fun.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So I have to add, while we're here, let's talk about the animatronics. And is there a challenge dressing robots, Whitney?
Well, I didn't get to do any of them animatronics really. That's all the Jim Henson Creature Shop. I got to stand next to them a lot, and it's pretty amazing being in their presence and seeing the Jim Henson Creature Shop's work. But I did have overlap with 2 animatronic puppets. So I got to collaborate with the Jim Henson Creature Shop and our visual effects department to create 2 new characters. And so that was very cool.
That sounds super cool.
Yeah, it was awesome.
love
Especially
a
speaking
Muppet.
as someone who has loved Jim Henson and the Creature Shop my entire life. Like, we're about to go have Christmas Eve at my parents' house and watch Muppet Christmas Carol. Like, tradition has been every single year since it came out. So it was definitely a dream come true to get to, be a part of their process.
Doug?
Yeah, I don't know what to say about that, because that's just like the idea of working with like the Jim Henson Creature Shop folks. It's just, that seems like I'm sure you were too, but kind of in the moment you were like, Jesus Christ, this is who I'm working with.
This is crazy. And getting
Yeah.
to collaborate, and thank you, Daniel. Yeah, it was very, very cool. It was the next step is I want to go tour their shop here. Now that I live in LA, I can come, tour their business. Hopefully I can.
So cool.
And
Well, now
fingers
you have an
crossed
in.
we get to do the 3rd movie, and then I get to do even more. So let's
Yeah.
hope.
I imagine working with them it seems like it would be as fun as it sounds. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and they're such lovely people and so collaborative, and so it was great to just get to schedule a fitting with the puppet. Hey guys, I got to schedule a fitting with the puppet.
I love that. That would be like a thing on your calendar, like
Yeah, puppet fitting.
puppets. Puppet fitting. Sorry,
Yeah.
very busy.
So that was
Anybody have
very, very
any
cool.
Anybody have any more Freddy questions?
I just would like to comment that I sent you guys that whole conversation I had with my daughter about Five Nights at Freddy's, and it was the most adorable thing. Like when I said,
cute.
"Oh yeah," so a friend of mine who been on my show multiple times, like was the costume designer for Five Nights at Freddy, and they almost like they were like shaking, chuckling, like they were just like, "Oh my god, are you
like nervous laughing?" Like
yes, like what? And so it was just adorable. I just think that's funny. They gave me a little more cred, I guess.
I love
You're
it.
so cool.
Yes. Yes.
I do feel like I will have comments too, but separately, like I know you kind of mentioned the Whitney getting so many followers. Like, what's it been like? Because I feel like from what I know of your repertoire movies you've worked on, this one has like a fandom, not just like, oh, it's like, okay, Gatsby was a thing, and like, like Freaky was like not necessarily like a thing before it was a thing, but this is like there's like lore and like other movies and
Oh my
a
God,
whole,
I know.
like everybody knows stuff and is like into it like a con. What has that been like, or like in good, bad, scary?
It was just overwhelming to, I didn't do the first movie. So walking into a situation where most of these people had worked together before, I didn't know, and I never played the games. I didn't know anything about it. So I literally bought every official book. I watched like every YouTube video of theories and fans, and I went down every Reddit rabbit hole. And there's a scene in our movie where I had to create over 150 handmade cosplay costumes of the characters. And so I literally got every cosplay that I could find online and use the fans as my inspiration. So I really wanted to give back to the fandom in that way and really honor them and their love of this franchise. And so I really had the pressure. I put the pressure on myself to do it right and to, do them proud. And I wanted to make sure I knew as much of the lore as I could. It's very contradictory. So I got to choose some stuff to make up myself. So that was cool to like add to the lore because I had the power to do that. So it was just really, really cool and interacting with people. And the comments have been so positive and so encouraging, and people have really loved my work. And that's made it all worth it. Absolutely.
I feel like, no, like I've known you a long time, and like your obsessive need to like dive into things is like really amazing in like terrifying ways sometimes, but it seems like that really, really, really worked for you this time, because like, and I think that's a thing that like, I mean, I respect you anyway as a human, but like as a costume designer, like no, like you're gonna like respect the work to its like soul in its core, because you like know everything you can about it in like an aggressive, nice way.
Because you know how my fandom can be. Like when I'm into something, I'm into it. And so I wanted to respect the fans who are that way, like I am. And a fun fact for you all is I used Lauren and my middle school and high school yearbooks as references because our movie takes place in 2002. So Lauren appeared on a bunch of my research boards, me and Lauren.
Oh, God. Oh, no.
So, don't worry.
Think those aren't
public. They're not public. But yeah, Lauren and I, a lot of our photos ended up being huge references for our middle school scenes. So Lauren's a part of the movie.
Oh,
I was going to ask about the 80s theme. That was the thing that hit me the most because I went to this movie as a friend of Whitney, looking for like all the the costumes, and you just brought a different perspective of watching a movie for me specifically, especially for someone who's watched 15 movies, and I know it's a lot for me. We'll get to how many this lady has watched in a bit here, but no, so you can see it under like a different lens and see it like, oh my goodness, my friend Whitney did this, so it was cool seeing your name on the big screen.
Thank you. I get my title card super cool.
So early.
Yeah.
At the top instead of at the end. I saw it this afternoon, by the way. Like right before this.
Right.
And I was
wait, you watched a scary movie?
It's like, okay, it's like this is why we have to talk about scary movies. It's like a lot of different things. And like Whitney is very good at assessing which of her like terrifying movies is Lauren-able.
Oh yeah, there's plenty that are not.
Laurenable. I love
Yeah.
that. It's a verb or no, an adjective. Sorry.
So yeah, so like this one was like, I mean, in realms, right? There's like gore and there's thriller and there's like psychological things and then there's like jump scares and whatever. But like this one, in what it was, I was like, no, this is doable. There's like definitely some things where I like jumped and got scared and didn't love it, but it's fine. It's fine. It's a
Thank
scary
you for
movie.
watching it. I so appreciate it.
I also like Greg. I mean, as a friend, and also I was like, ooh, because I don't know the lore in the way the fandom does. But I went this afternoon. I was like, oh my, her name's so big and at the top. I know her. And that was really very cool. Can I say one more thing about this movie? Because I saw it and I don't see so many movies. Okay, I don't know if it's really a question or a comment or what. It's everything, because my words just fall out of my mouth sometimes, apparently. Okay, so the thing that I'm referencing in the movie is just like, I feel many movies have, there's like background, right? But this movie in particular, I feel like there were so many scenes with so much environment. Like in the very beginning where it was like the 20 years ago timing, 80s timing. And then there's like the Faz Fest thing where it's like this like festival of cosplays of stuff. And I just, also the idea that like there's a fandom and of this thing, and you have this movie which has a fandom in the movie, and it's so like meta in itself. But like I can't imagine what it's like to deal with so many costumes, especially ones where like they're important, but like they're not even at the forefront, but they still need to happen. And I just, if you have any thoughts or comments on that, or if you also have any like when you have to do that, like do you have any like sneaky favorite things that you like sneak in or do just because you can for your own enjoyment or stylizing or whatever? I don't know.
I love doing the big background scenes because you're really painting with this really big paintbrush, all these, details, and you're working really directly with the art department because, background actors are essentially moving scenery too. So you have to work with them to make sure it all gels together. But in the 1982 segment, it was so cool to pull all of these amazing 80s kids clothes. I got most of them were rentals from this amazing costume collection in Atlanta. And it was just so fun to dress up all these kids in all these, like late 70s, early 80s clothes. And the same went for the middle school, getting to have flashbacks, Lauren, to our time in middle school together and all of those trends. And like literally, I put together a 40-page booklet of photos from that time period. A lot of them were of me in high school, middle school, and as reference. And so many of the background came dressed. Like I gave them a challenge. Hey, if you want to dress like a trend of the era, go crazy. And luckily Y2K has like been back in fashion right now. So all these kids showed up with like perfect outfits because they took my references to heart. And like, that was very, very cool. And so I love just really creating this gigantic world, even if you're only seeing bits and pieces in the background. Yeah. And, you have to focus on the principal actors to make sure their stuff all gels, but I do these big boards to make sure the colors work, that all the shapes work. It's like a lot of spinning plates that you have to juggle at the same time. And so that chaos is what I, as you know, thrive under and I love. Sometimes it can get quite overwhelming, but I love doing little Easter eggs. Luckily in Faz Fest, I got to do so many like fandom little things in there that were nice little Easter eggs. I don't think
like if you know, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So that was, and also I used a lot of purple specifically because purple is a huge color in the game. It's the color of William Afton and his family. And so Matthew Lillard's character and he's William Afton, and then his, children, Vanessa and Michael, they're all wearing purple at one point in the movie. And it, has their familial bonds together. So I love telling that story through color. But her, Vanessa's is the lightest because she's the closest to good. And then, William's is the darkest because he's an evil child murderer.
you know how it goes.
Very light, happy movie. Just child murder, and this movie is for kids.
Yeah, I just want to say, like, the point is, like, a lot of people, like, with costume design really matters, but the thing is, like, you don't notice it unless it's really off.
Yes, Absolutely.
So if it's off, you're like, why is that? But like if it's done well, it's seamless and it's part of the movie.
Disappears and our work becomes invisible, but in a way that's good for storytelling. But then often you don't see the monumental effort that went into making things look correct, or
Yeah.
And I feel like that was correct in this experience.
Yeah. So now I definitely I feel I'm the only one who hasn't seen this movie.
Don't worry about
like
it. It's all good. It's a crazy time of year too. December's hard.
Let the guilt fill you up, Doug.
I have enough of that. I don't need more. Thank you.
That's probably true.
I was trying to reference a goofy Star Wars movie, Doug. You missed it.
Let the hate flow through you.
Oh no, I caught it.
I caught it too.
I don't know how you respond to that within the joke though. It's hard. You're just like, okay.
So I'll respond to it with my second beer. How about that?
Oh yeah, let's do it. Good. Let it flow through you.
Do it.
Lauren, your trip. Let the beer flow through you. Is that what you said?
Yeah, I follow your joke.
Oh, thank you, Fan Dads, for your comment. I'm glad you enjoyed the stuff in the movie.
Oh, what's going on? Oh,
there was a contest.
Oh no! Oh, this.
Whoa.
Yeah. Thank you.
It's very cool.
That movie was fun. I don't care what anybody says.
Thank you.
Oh, I know it wasn't costume specific, but I did enjoy the random, seemingly random and useless things that were the comments that would happen, where it's someone was like, "You're a dick" to the teacher, or the breadcrumbs at a restaurant. I was like, this is so unnecessary, but I love this little. Feels very
those
real.
Bits of levity, and it's just getting to work with Wayne Knight was a cool dream for me, because one of my favorite movies is Jurassic Park, and getting to have fittings with him, and I know
I saw him. I was like, wait a minute.
He's a delight. He's so fun. He was telling during our fitting, and also again at the premiere, we were discussing his death scene. Sorry, spoiler alert. But he was talking to me about how that's how he was supposed to die originally in Jurassic Park, was getting his head crushed in. And so he's like, I've been waiting 30 years to get killed like this on screen.
Finally, my destiny.
I'm like, fantastic.
Hey, Greg. So Greg, you got a second one, and then I have another question for Whitney, but before we start doing our things. But yes, you said did you have the second beer? I didn't hear what you thought of it.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no worries. This is a straight kind of cloudy, Doug.
Oh,
Pills. Yeah, it's light, but it's kind of cloudy. It's a straight kind of this pills, Doug. Just a straight pills.
Crispy?
A hoppy pills though. It's nice, it's crispy. Yeah, it's from Barrel and Beam, from up in the UP of Michigan, y'all. I was actually there for the first time, and this is a lovely brewery up there, and it's a lovely beer. And yeah, so Doug, you have your beer and then a question, and then I want to talk about Gatsby.
Yeah, well, I have a question before we get to Gatsby, but yes. So this is Extra Layer. This is the Jack's Abbey's Winter Best Lager. So really cool can art there with the little 8-bit.
That's
mugs
beautiful.
And mittens.
It's on theme for 5 Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah, it's almost like you knew.
Well, the funny thing is, see how the barcode is? It's silver, so it's not black. So the kid trying to scan the fucking thing when I was buying it today couldn't scan it. He had to manually enter it because the barcode was fucking silver.
That's great.
Format function.
Yeah, so I just was like, wow, that's weird. I've never seen that where the barcode was unreadable. So stitchery, okay, yeah. I'm going 8-bit, so fuck off. Anyway, who is more of a delight as the person?
That's really nice, Doug. That is really nice to our comment section. Oh my god,
it's JHG. It's okay.
I'm appalled. Oh, so he's our friend, so we can abuse him on our live stream?
Hey, how you do that to me all the time? What are you talking about?
Wait, I abuse you?
Greg, I'm feeling abused right now. No, I'm not.
No. Great. Well, we'll get rid of that and we'll move on, right?
It's too much power.
Yeah, this is too much.
Anyway, my question for Whitney, who is more of a delight to work with, Wayne Knight or Matthew Lillard?
Oh man, they're two very different energies. They're both fantastic. I loved just getting to know them as like real human beings. You know, you see them in so many movies and projects, and you don't know who they are. It's just I love getting to work with these people I've been seeing in projects for a long time, and knowing them as people, and they're just so lovely. I remember I had to fly to LA to fit Matthew because he couldn't come to New Orleans till the night before we filmed his first segment.
Mm.
So I flew to LA to film in advance, so I had more time to work on his costume. And it was during baseball season. I'm a diehard San Francisco Giants fan. He's a diehard LA Dodger fan. And so the Dodgers were playing, not the Giants, but they were playing. We put the game on my iPad while we were doing the fitting. And then, oh yeah, here's the sports.
You
And
spoke too soon.
and so I just mentioned that I was a diehard San Francisco Giants fan, and then we were giving each other shit about it. And then on the iPad, the team playing the Dodgers hit a grand slam against the Dodgers. He's like, it's all your fault. And
You're welcome.
So we, been chatting about baseball every time we get to see each other. So he's just a lovely human. JHD, yes, the Giants.
He's from the Bay Area. What do you expect?
Don't be mad.
Born and raised up in the Bay, and my jersey says fan since '85 on the back because I've been going to games since I was a tiny baby.
I think it's funny that JHG, who was born in Boston and lived in Boston, is a Patriots, Red Sox, Bruins, Celtics fan, and then is giving you shit for being a Giants fan for growing up in the Bay Area.
I will say my great grandmother was a diehard Red Sox fan, and I'm going to the Red Sox Giants game next season at Fenway, and I've never been there, and I'm so excited. So go baseball.
And
go baseball.
And there it is. That's why Doug really cussed out JHG, because he's a Boston fan. So
Yep.
there we go. Yeah, it's all been revealed. So I have a question for Whitney.
Yes.
Or
please.
Whitney, you gonna say something?
Oh no, just to add on to Matthew Lillard really quickly. It was my favorite horror movie is Scream. And so getting to design the first movie that both Matthew and Skeet Ulrich have been in since Scream was like a very cool little treat.
I didn't realize Skeet Ulrich was in it too.
Yeah, both of them.
Man.
And they're both such lovely, wonderful human beings. And so getting to work with them was just a very cool thing for me, a big Scream fan.
Okay. Well, I won't ask about Gatsby. I'm gonna ask about Scream because I have one of those
I
loaded
don't
up.
want to know about Gatsby.
Can't we do both? Do we have time?
We'll do both.
Oh, we can absolutely. Well, I have them both loaded up, so I'm just gonna scoot to the Scream question now. I was told that you loved working on Happy Death Day and Freaky, and did that fill that middle school drama dream of living inside a slasher movie like you like because of Scream and all that?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I've loved horror movies forever. I mean, Lauren can attest to, I was the kid who was reading every single teenage slasher novel that existed. And, we had a reading log in middle school, and I just filled it with every single like R.L. Stine and Christopher Pike book that existed. And so much so that my teachers called a parent-teacher conference with my folks and are like, should we be worried about her? They're like, well, she's reading. What's the problem?
Low-key scary to everyone else.
So it's just something that's always been a part of my life, but I never thought I'd be a horror movie designer. And then all of a sudden I started getting all these films. And then, I mean, I loved Freaky so much. It was just like such a fun script, such a delight. I loved having my little cameo in it. So I'm in the movie. So that part was really cool. So I literally did get to live inside of one of my movies. And it was just like, there was nothing like it. It was so cool. And so, yes, absolutely. It's
also,
little thrill.
Can we just say, for the folks in here, if you're looking for Whitney in the movie, can we tell them where it is? Because it's the best.
Yes, so I play a cafeteria lady. I have a hairnet on. I'm slinging hamburger buns, and all of a sudden, it's a body swap movie where Vince Vaughn and Catherine Newton swap bodies. He's a serial killer. She's a high school student, and so it's our high school student inside the serial killer's body in Vince Vaughn, chasing after her friends, trying to convince him she is who she is. And they come flying through the cafeteria, and I take one look around and I see gigantic Vince Vaughn, and I throw my hamburger buns and I start running and I screaming through the kitchen, so much so that my scream wasn't long enough because you see me running for a really long time. So I had to do like ADR screaming into my phone and send it to Chris for the final cut of the movie because my scream had to be longer.
It's great though. It's
Yeah.
very visibly there.
Yeah.
Hey, before we go to one thing, I just want to make a note that Matthew Lillard is one of my favorite horror movies that doesn't get a lot of pub, and it's 13 Ghosts.
Love that movie. So
that movie
good.
is fucking awesome.
It's so
and
the
I love
design is
him.
crazy, and the behind the scenes videos are amazing.
The ghosts in that movie are the best ghosts I've ever seen in a movie. Just
yeah,
so.
Absolutely,
Laurenable,
absolutely,
non-Laurenable.
Not really Laurenable, I think.
No, I don't
solid
think
horror
so.
then. Excellent for horror fans.
Not for Lauren.
Okay, yeah. Sorry for the side tangent, but I just wanted to note that Matthew Lillard was awesome in that movie, and
yeah. Let's get some side hype for things. Why not? Be excited about the things you're excited about.
So I think that Whitney wants to talk about Gatsby because she started her film career as an assistant costume designer, I'm pretty sure, under the legendary Kathleen Martin for Baz Luhrmann's Gatsby. She served as the fit model for Daisy Buchanan. Is this all true, Whitney?
This is all true. My technical title was costume design assistant, but like my jobs were basically the second assistant costume designer stuff is what I was doing. And that was over a year of my life. So it was definitely a lot, but I got to wear all of Daisy's pretty dresses as they were in process. And I will tell you that party dress with all the crystals is heavy.
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 No. And that was where my question was going to go. How did that kind of skew your view going forward of that like 1920s aesthetic? And did that, has that actually helped you in other projects, just experiencing it?
It was cool to put it on because it really helps remind you what actors are going through on set. I mean, their jobs are really hard. I feel like some people don't realize how difficult an actor's job is. And once you're in front of the camera, it's terrifying. Oh, I love the soundtrack too. Being in front of a camera, like for my cameo in Freaky, it was terrifying to be in front of that camera. Once you're there, I don't think you really realize how your brain goes a little haywire, and then all the things that actors have to do and all the choreography, and then being so vulnerable, and then wearing a very, very heavy dress. So I think it is good I actually try a lot of things on before I get an actor in the fitting room just to see how movement is, because I don't want to ask them to do something that's going to be too difficult or going to be a pain in the ass unless like it calls for it in the script. But I like to sort of know, like in Freaky, the big beaver mascot costume, I'm running. I was like running around my office in that big beaver costume to make sure that she could run in it okay and not trip in the feet. So, I want to, and so wearing that dress long ago, my first movie, getting to experience, oh, this is what this feels like. Let me do that for these important pieces to make sure I know what my actor's going through and how do I set them up for success and how do I help them as best I can.
Get your Leonardo DiCaprio questions in now, y'all, because I know y'all got them.
I'm not asking shit.
Okay.
I will tell you my favorite part of working. He's such a delight, but he didn't know how tall he was. I remember I had to measure his height because I took his measurements when we were building all of his suits and stuff. And I took his measurements. He's exactly 6 foot tall. And he was like, I'm 6 feet. And he gave me a high five. And that was very exciting.
There's something for dudes that if you're
great.
6 feet, they're just like, yeah, maybe
Yeah.
6 feet.
He's like, yes. I actually have a photo of it, which I can't share because it's private. But like, I have a photo of him being so excited.
6 feet right here, Doug. Exactly.
Yeah, babe, I'm 6'1.5 inches. I got that half inch.
As a short person, the quarters and half inches also matter.
Yeah, I imagine. Like for me, I've always been 6'1", even on my license. So, but I'm 54, so I'm not quite 6'1" anymore. I'm more like 6'1.5". So, whatever. I don't particularly care, but
Side note to what Whitney you just said about less about Gatsby specifically,
Yes,
but
right.
how you want to respect actors' ability to move in clothes and like know what it's like, so you're not like asking them to do something in like a weird fit thing.
Yeah.
I have always enjoyed when you post things, always, but especially with the types of movies you do when there's like mascot heads and outfits and animals and just the weirder, like not just clothes, but like the full
Strange stuff.
the
Yeah.
full weird things. I'm like, I love this.
I'm always
so
putting
much.
the mascot. I've done like 4 mascots now.
You know, it's
So
like there's
I'm
like
always putting
the beaver, there's a baby face.
There's a giant baby. It's very terrifying and horrible to look at. I'm
sure.
sorry for everyone who saw that baby I designed. It's very scary. I mean,
Appropriately
purposely
so. Yeah.
appropriate, but also very scary. But it's important to try it all out so you know what they're doing. And also safety is my number one thing. I do a lot of movies with a lot of stunts and a lot of crazy stuff happening. And so if I can design a costume, I design every costume as safe as possible. Even if the principal actor's not doing something, I design it for their stunt double. And what does their stunt double have to do? And so safety is always paramount to what I'm doing. And that's why I try so much things out too, because I want to make sure it's safe.
So, Doug, one of the things that I did this time that I didn't do before was really dig up Whitney's like into like what she's done and things that we definitely have not talked about before. And one thing we have not talked about, but I'm pretty sure all of y'all are going to be fascinated about, is Whitney's connection to this.
Yeah.
And when I saw this, I was like, wait. So Whitney, apparently, and Whitney she's here, so she can correct me if I'm wrong. She helped build the costumes for this tour, Doug.
Okay, Whitney. Now we need to hear.
And,
yes.
Yeah, and my question is before we tee up, my question is how, like, before explain everything, because that's just rad. It's just totally rad. But also, like, what I thought of was like Beyonce's dancing. It's just so energetic. And how do you build a costume that's gonna last like 40 dates of her running around and jumping and being aerobatic and all those things, and still like having her wear that? So please start at the beginning. How did you get this gig?
Great
what was the gig about? And then
excellent
get to my
dig,
goofy,
Greg.
and then get to my goofy question at the end.
So it was early on in my time in New York. I moved to New York. I got a job at Gap dressing mannequins that luckily only lasted a few months. And then I got a job at a Broadway costume shop, and we made tons of costumes for Broadway. And the thing about Broadway is that you have to do 8 shows a week for years on end. And so even if you're making a chiffon dress, you have to make it like armor, because it has to last 8 shows a week for years. And so that's the skills and the techniques that we learned. And I think that's why Beyonce's team came to us. And actually this tour was designed by Terry Mugler. And it was a lot of his original pieces from the 80s and 90s that we retrofitted to Beyonce. So mostly what I was doing was refitting all of these pieces to fit her. And so it was a lot of like I'm a specialty beater. So I was doing a lot of the hand beating on a lot of the pieces, especially the cover of the tour, like photo booklet. That's the dress I worked on the most. And I had to do so much hand beating. And at one point they took the dress away for her to wear for this filmed segment of her walking down the street in New York that was going to play over the screens. And I got it back the next day. And I had to then hand bead the train and take some of the train off for the show. And it was black with soot from the road of New York. And so I had to my hands were black by the time I finished sewing and altering the trim and train of that dress. And so it's a lot of specialty beading. I was the first hand at this costume shop, which means I cut out all of the pieces from the patterns that my draper made. And so we did all of her background singers. I cut out and stitched together and did all the finishing on her background singers' dresses. And then the downstairs part of our shop, they made all of the dancers' outfits. But I was also a fit model for the dancers' outfits. So a lot of them are in these like gold robot outfits. So I have pictures of me stuffed into some of these spandex robot dancer
I
outfits.
don't know if I remember those. I will have to do some digging. Or
I took
ask you
those
later.
off of Facebook. They are hidden now. They're hidden.
Like we made some present day choices
Long
about
ago,
past
I
us.
had the. I mean, Facebook. You would just throw things up there.
This
You
is
know, back in the
everything.
early days of Facebook, you just upload
That's
40
just where
pictures
everything
from the
went.
night before.
Yeah, you're
not-
like last night, and it's just everything.
I've left a lot of them up there, but all that work stuff I've taken down because I'm like, I don't need that up there. But it was just so cool to be a part of that and to alter all these iconic Terry Mugler outfits for her and then do all that specialty beading. And so I think I touched most of her outfits for that.
That's pretty fucking amazing. To be honest.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that's something that people would clamor to be able to do. You know what I mean? And
We're talking about forever.
yeah,
I know.
for
And that
sure.
was like my third thing I worked on at this costume shop after I moved to New York. It was very early in my New York career. So very, very cool
my
thing
New
to be a
York
part
career.
of. I know.
Metropolitan Whitney over here. My New York
know.
career.
So ridiculous.
Sort of random thought after this now that this has been brought up by Greg, sort of different adjacent to this, like I'm sure like, styling versus like costuming for like movie or TV or Broadway even is different. But like in theory, again, it may not be exactly your thing, but if you could like costume outfit style design for any music artist now, is there someone that you think would be like really fun or interesting?
There's so many amazing people working today. I think who I love the most is like Lady Gaga and Chappell Roan. They're just pushing the boundaries of what's possible on stage. And I have a lot of friends who work on both of their things. And
Very
so it's
cool.
really cool to see their stuff. Yeah, my New York era. It was a nice 14 years, my New York era. I'm glad it's
Not short.
over. And I'm now in my LA era, which is going to last, hopefully forever. I love it here. But I think either of them would be really cool because they just really think outside the box and they're really showcase art. And it's about the art of the clothing, not just here's this cool thing and oh, look how sexy I am. It's like it's art. And I think working with either of them would be true. And same with Beyonce, the three of them, it's really just so special to see what they come up with and what they're wearing on stage. It's very impressive.
True.
So no working with Guar then to make this.
No, their stuff is crazy. My trivia team when I lived in Richmond was Rumors of Guar. That was my trivia team name.
Yeah, nice.
Does anybody have any follow-ups for this before we move on to probably our top 5?
I just want to say before we do that, if nobody has anything, just Whitney, really think you bring in so much interesting shit to talk about, and we never lack for things to kind of grip on, and that's just fun for us.
Hey,
So,
I love it. The weird, crazy things I've done in my life. It's very all over the place.
I mean, I got another one if y'all want to serve it up here before the top 5, or y'all want to
Do
jump
it.
to the top 5.
Yeah. Just do
What
it.
do you think? What are you thinking? Okay.
Yeah, beautiful movie. Won the Oscar. So beautiful.
yeah, that's pretty cool. Anyway,
Mhm.
sorry, Greg, I interrupted your flow there.
Not really, but so I want to talk about this movie here. Let me make sure I got the right thing up. Yeah, Happy Death Day, y'all. This is what they call, and I've found this out this week, Doug, doing this research. This is called a time loop movie. The character wears the same outfit the entire movie. So my question is, how many identical copies of this outfit for this crazy movie did Can you explain that whole process? Because
Absolutely. Well, do you know what's funny? So I didn't do the first one. I only did the sequel. I did Happy Death Day to You, and in this first movie, she does wear the same outfit the whole time. And when it was my first movie with Chris Landon, the director, we've now done 4 together. I love him so much, and I made him add. I was like, look, she's either going to be in the same outfit she wore the entire first movie, or you can give me a line where she's like, I gotta get out of these disgusting clothes, and then I can give her different outfits for every day that she goes for the loop. And thankfully, Chris was like, I will give you that line. So he wrote a line for me where she says, I've got to get out of these disgusting clothes. And so the majority of the movie, she's in a different outfit for every script day of the time loop. So I got to do 18 outfits for her.
Oh,
And
wow.
so it was so freeing that we got to see who this movie takes place in an alternate universe. So it's like, who is this alternate universe character? You know, it's Tree Gelbman, but who is she in this universe? Because her mom is still alive. And so all of her clothing is influenced by her mother. And so it's very different from what we see her in the first movie. But she was in that first outfit for a bunch of the movie in the beginning. So I think I had a total of 15 shirts made, but I had to make 2 different versions because I'm a psycho. And for the alternate reality, I changed the shirt a little bit. It's an Easter egg. So the shirt on the surface looks the same, but the details are different. Like it's a different.
I'm gonna have to. This is a Laurenable movie. I might have to
Yes,
rewatch
it is.
this.
It's a
I did
different
see it.
city. Like it's a band T-shirt. That's a New Orleans-based band, but in the alternate universe that gives away that it's an alternate universe before you know it's an alternate universe. There's different specifics of like the band performance, and so I changed the shirt for that little Easter egg because I'm.
Yeah. I gotta go. I love it though. Also, now I have to go rewatch that because I don't know if I knew that the first time. Yeah. I love an Easter egg.
Yes, I'm all about Easter eggs. Like in Freaky, I have a guy dressed up at the party like Freddy Krueger. I'll try to get my little horror villains in there.
Gotta sneak the stuff in. One thing I'll like chime in related to like Greg's question though, I will say because you told me a little bit about this and I'll vaguely reference it so you can deal. But like the principal actress in that movie, luckily got to like change it up a little bit, but then there's still supporting mainish characters, right? Like who are the same and how that can be from movie to movie or in the same movie, like what that experience is like.
Yeah, I mean everybody else had to wear the same outfit. Like she changed, but everyone else, there was no storyline sense for them to change, and so they had to stay in the same stuff. The problem is the first movie was pretty low budget. Who knows? They didn't know where the sequel was going to go. If there was going to be, those were screen printed. I had them all specialty made. I paid a lot of money to make 2 different versions of those screen printed shirts. I was very committed to the bit. But I had to then find multiples because so much stuff happens in the sequel. So I had to find multiples of all the stuff that the other designer chose for the first movie. So and it was a year and a half later. And so I was scouring the internet and the world for multiples of the killer's shoes, of Ryan's outfit, Israel's outfit. It was mental to try to get as many pieces as I could that matched. I even had to like hand paint some stuff to match the like distressing of Ryan's shirt. Like those simple costumes were actually incredibly difficult to get. And also all the big background scenes, I had to copy every background exactly.
Oh, yeah.
And none of them were returning, it was all new backgrounds. So I had to buy so much stuff and then literally painstakingly went through frame by frame of every like quad scene, every background scene and then worked with the second AD to place people and get everyone in the right outfit so it looked. And again, that's maybe an insane attention to detail, but I didn't want it to be wrong.
Matter like because if you like the first one, you'll notice it's like a reverse what spot the difference, except
Yeah.
for you have to like create the
create
non-difference.
and then there was one scene in the cafeteria. You're seeing outside of the cafeteria, there's some guy in a random neon orange shirt, and Chris is like, that's a real person that was not a background, that's a bogey that ended up on camera, but I had to duplicate him anyway because he's
What
in
is
the
called a
first movie.
bogey?
Yeah, bogey. Yeah.
Aw, golf
Like
is
he's
into
like
it.
he's an enemy plane, and you're
yeah, like someone who's not an official background who just ends up in the shot that they're a
Like
bogey.
like a photo bomb, but it's a different.
Yes.
All right.
that's great.
Yeah.
That's great. A bogey.
Like Doug's like, this is now on my bucket list. I'm gonna be one in a movie.
Nah, nope. Listen, no, I don't want to be on film if I don't have to be.
It is very
No.
nerve-wracking. I've only done it twice, but that's enough.
It was great though. You did a great job.
Thank you. Thank you. What's the slippers question, Daniel?
Hey, I don't know what that is.
Oh, is this a polarizing thing?
Sorry.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
I was like, or does this have to do with?
Oh, wait. It has to do with Zach, I think, because Zach wears slippers everywhere. Like, and I have to admit, I am a convert. I wear slippers in the house all the time.
You weren't, and you've changed.
I love it. It keeps my feet warm. It's nice. And yeah.
wait.
So,
What's the anti-slipper argument?
just not wearing slippers in the house. I think it now Zach goes to an
Well, then
extreme.
where do
He
you
has-
wear them? Then where the fuck do you wear them?
I know.
Well, No, I mean, like I had slippers that I exclusively wore to go out and take my dog out in the yard to go to the bathroom. That have like the soles, so they're almost like shoes. So
But they're like slip-on
But
sandal
then they're
shoes.
not slippers then if they're fucking like shoes. I'm
Sure,
confused.
and I get that.
Asian
I get
people
that.
Will
But,
debate you on that.
but Zach has shoes that he wears in the living room and the dining room, and then he has slippers that he answers the door in.
Are they
that
like
are different
formal
slippers.
slippers?
I don't know what that
Okay, you know what?
I'm
I kind of am.
Okay, costume design. Let's talk about it.
So
He has
I-
a separate pair he answered the door. You're right. We had him
That's
on
a
the show,
little-
and that was
That's very specific, but I have a pair of slides that I take the trash out of my. So I live in an apartment complex. There's a trash chute. So I have like my slides that I wear to take the trash out, to go get my mail, and they are by the door, and they're only used for those three
The
purposes.
quick outside shoes.
The quick outside, and then Fred Flintstone. I mean, I like it.
Yeah.
Sometimes if I
Wait,
need to
are
go
they
drive
shoes
into
or
coffee.
slippers though? Are they
They're
shoes or
Adidas
slippers?
slides, so they're shoes.
all right. So
And then
I
Go
take
for it.
issue with the idea that you call them slides.
Why?
They're flip flops. I don't care if you're fucking.
Flip-
Okay, what do you call the
Go
ones
through
that
the
it goes like
toes.
this?
They're the same.
Yes.
They're the same thing.
No, they're not.
No!
the
They're
same.
both they're all
They're
flip
not
flops.
the same.
This is a polarizing thing.
Look at Greg's face.
Daniel did this. Let's be clear.
They're
Or
not
Zach.
the same.
And
And then I have,
now we're off.
no, I am a fuzzy sock person in the house, so I'm fuzzy sock all the time.
You are like a sock person.
I love and then when I lived in Richmond, my house was 100 years old and it couldn't get totally warm, and so I had I used ballerina slippers. So they are foot warmers. They're like big marshmallow shoes that go over your toe shoes. They're super insulating. They keep your toes warm. So when you can perform as a ballerina, your feet are warm. I wear those in the house 24/7 when I lived in
Is that what they're
Virginia.
called?
Ooh, I have
No,
to
I was
remember
like, are
what
they
they're
just like-
called. They're
look like-
incredible. They're an incredible invention. My feet were. I have bad circulation, so my feet would always be so
Like, just
so cold.
cozy.
And so I was super.
I'm
Luckily, I have
imagining-
central heating here in LA, and it's
I'm
LA.
imagining
So.
a Kleenex box marshmallow situation.
I gotta find what they're called because they're literally game changer. Warm up booties. They're called warm up
I'm
booties.
gonna look it up for the visual.
They're amazing. Slides are like their own specific thing.
They have a different shape.
They do.
I want to make the point. Do they go flip flop when you walk? Because
No. they
Yes, they
don't.
do. Yes, they do.
How do you
Not-
know? You're not even fucking there. What are you talking about?
Not
I
to the
have
same.
I have Adidas flip flops that are just the things that go over your feet, not the ones that go through your toes.
You-
And they're flip flops to me.
As a woman with other shoes, there are other shoes that go flip flop that are just this part of the foot that are not flip flop sandal situations and more of a shoe heel sitch. And those
I
are
will
not-
say I hate anything that goes between my toes, so I'm a slides only person. I hate
Mm.
a
That I'm with
regular
you on.
flip flop.
That I am in
They're
total agreement.
upsetting to me in a very visceral way.
This
Do
feels
they
like
upset
maybe
you
a
when other
mirror-
people wear them?
No, because my
Well,
mom
this
is 24/7 in a flip flop because she's from Laguna Beach, so of course she is. You know, she grew up being
that's my
mostly
mother-in-law.
barefoot, and yeah,
Are those
That's
like
my
weird-
mother-in-law in Florida is like, hey, I'm just gonna wear flip flops, and then
Yeah.
she wonders why her feet hurt her all the time. I'm like, you're wearing something with no support.
You gotta get her a arch support flip flop.
yeah,
She
Oh.
won't.
yeah.
She won't. She think that makes her an old person. She's 78, by the way.
Okay, there's like not Dr.
Daniel,
Soul
this
versions.
is your fault.
Yes, this is your fault. Also, I feel like those like socks that are like not mittens, like glove feet socks would be your
Oh.
nightmare.
The toe shoes, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Those should be fired from reality.
Fired from reality. Nice. I like it.
Y'all that don't like the thing between your toes are just weird people. That's it. It's just it. Like there's no.
I will say, I had a recent movie where I tried to put one of my actors in it because she had to be barefoot and do stunts. So I was gonna get
like
a pair
in
of these
between.
toe shoes to like paint them nude. We got her foot halfway in, and she's like, "Absolutely not!
Like, I cannot."
I cannot do these."
So then what you do? So
try.
then what was the fix?
What was the solution?
I just did a dance shoe, a nude dance shoe, so we couldn't see her like individual toes, but it was fine. We just framed up the shot, but it was a nude dance shoe.
Do you know that Rebecca Ferguson, when the movie Doctor Sleep, was barefoot because she hates wearing shoes?
Oh, is that
At
why
all?
she's
All
barefoot?
shoes?
She hates wearing shoes, and she's Scandinavian. She's from, I think,
I mean,
Sweden.
Yeah, I love her. Love
Oh,
her.
she's a great actress.
Amazing.
Anyway,
Doctor
sorry.
Sleep, great movie.
Yes, it is. Anyway, sorry for that.
Our regularly scheduled program.
Doug needs to stop apologizing on his own show. This is like 8 years
Probably
ago.
true. It's in his soul.
So I do have a question for Whitney before we start delving into the top five, because we're an hour in.
I feel like we keep doing this, but yes.
Yeah, because we could go on tangents
Forever.
for a minute
Exactly.
evening, right? So my question would be, if there's a director that you would like to work with that you have not, who is it? Pick
Oh my
one.
God.
Just one. Just one.
Just one.
Only one.
Today, however we feel today, right now.
Right now. That could
I
change.
mean, honestly, right now, if I could work with Christopher Nolan, absolutely. Like, he's top for me.
Yeah.
You know, like I think the world building and the care that he thinks about design, he cares about design so much. And so getting to work with a director who really gives a damn about what you're doing and really supports you and gives you the budget to do what you need to do, that's always someone that I would run and jump and try to work for. But I'll also say I haven't, been able to work with Chris Landon in 4 years, and I'm desperate to do it again. So hopefully I get to work with him again soon.
I feel like maybe it's a movie I'd be able to watch.
Yeah.
So I'm for that as well.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess it's time, right, y'all?
We made it.
Hey, before we start, can I do third beer? Because it is my kind of beer. Greg, you're going to know what I mean. Look at this label.
Oh, that's
It's
cool.
a peanut butter jelly sandwich.
Amazing. Diagonal cut.
Is
Is
it
that the
cut
name?
correctly?
It's a diagonal cut. It's a name.
That
It
is
is
a great
It is
name.
imperial fruited sour with peanut butter and Concord grape jelly.
I
It
like
is a
so many
collaboration
things about
between Magnanimous and Funky Buddha.
Amazing.
Greg, don't be mad.
I'm not.
Don't be sad.
Oh my God, you should see the color of this when I pop the fucking lid. Oh my God.
Is it? Whoa!
Holy goodness.
That's upsetting.
I like that it was said with a question mark.
Look at that color.
That's-
Oh my god.
Upsetting?
Oh man, the peanut butter is so and peanut butter. You can smell it. It smells like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
I feel like my mouth is watering, but not in a bad, but like in a it doesn't know what to do way.
Way.
Like that's beer and it's peanut butter, but it's colored like wine.
My word.
My word.
That is so good.
Manischewitz
And
ale.
Greg will tell you, I do not like sour ales, and this is an imperial sour ale, and this is delicious.
Oh.
Ooh,
It
we
tastes
love
just
the
like a
sour.
peanut butter.
Sour? Like
It's
tart?
it's like the Concord grape jelly on the front, and then a little peanut butter on the aftertaste. Super
I'm
good.
intrigued.
Yep, it is a sour.
Okay.
Amazing.
Not too sour.
Sorry, that was just
I love
it's
it.
like
Hey.
Greg, is that not a Doug beer or is that a Doug beer?
Like
You said it.
adjuncts, weird things.
Yep. Give me the weird shit. Let
Give
me
me
try
a fun label.
Yep. The diagonal cut. Is that how you cut
It's a great
sandwiches?
name. Great name.
Great name. Terrible.
No, I do not do a diagonal cut. I am a rectangle girly.
Yes,
I'm the
please.
same. I'm a rectangle guy. I guess
Yeah.
girly, but whatever.
Yeah.
You could be a girly.
Totally.
acceptable.
Rectangle girly. Absolutely.
I'm also rectangle girly, but I do also want to try like the weird Y-shaped thing. I don't know if you've seen
Y
that. We don't have to
shape?
get into that. We don't have to get into that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay, let's not go there because Jesus Christ will be here for 20 more minutes.
We'll talk about it later. We'll come back to it. We'll circle back. Put it in the parking lot. We'll handle this offline.
We'll put a pin in that and come back to it later. In corporate
No
speak.
cut. No. Oh, why? But the corner is so. Ugh.
There's
Anyway.
there's no inside of the sandwich to the corners.
It's just so. Yeah.
All right, Craig. Sorry to sidetrack.
Again,
Yeah, so we're
back
gonna
to our regularly scheduled program.
Focus.
We're gonna start the top 5, y'all, and Whitney's gonna start with one of the more interesting movies that I saw this year. Whitney's number 5 is
Frankenstein.
Ooh.
What a beautiful movie. I was flip-flopping between 4 and 5 with this one. I will preface that there's a bunch of movies I haven't seen yet this year that I've been meaning to, but I literally just finished a movie and I've been trying to catch up. So I've seen like 12 movies in the last week and my brain's mush, but I saw
yeah.
Frankenstein a couple days ago and it's so impressive. And again, I'm a big person who loves world building and creating something that's very cohesive, and the design, you can tell that everyone was communicating to each other. And I just love Guillermo del Toro. I love his work, and it's special. And I was dreaming about it. Like, it was just really a special film and got under my skin. And, you know, how many times have we seen Frankenstein told in different ways, but it's still, he found a way to do something totally new. It was very, very cool.
I like this movie. I liked it in a very as you say, Whitney, a all-encompassing movie. I thought it was a little slow for me, but it was definitely a building kind of like story, and and you're right, it was told in a different manner. But I knew that you would. I knew when I saw this movie that this might be in your top 5 because of like just the work, as far as with the costumes, and just like you felt like you were in that story the whole time, and it was, like you said, immersive and just beautiful. Doug, you saw Frankenstein, right, Doug?
Yeah, barely missed
Thoughts?
the top 5 for me. Barely missed.
Interesting.
Beautiful movie. Oscar Isaac, gorgeous man. As a straight, just a gorgeous dude. Jacob Elordi, who I knew nothing of, playing the monster, was fantastic.
He was so great. You know, he really reminded me. So Lauren and I went to high school with this amazing guy named Alex Bro, who's currently in the Stranger Things Broadway show and in Stranger Things season 5. And he played a version of the monster in a Frankenstein adaptation a few years ago. And so much of what Jacob was doing really reminded me of what Alex was doing. And I think both of their performances were like so cool. And it's such a romantic movie. It's so just, I know that a lot of I think women and people who love romance like really went crazy for this movie because it's just so gothic and the yearning and the beauty. It was something really special.
It reminded me a bit of how the cinematography was for Nosferatu, like the way they filmed it. Like, granted, it's a period piece, and I admittedly lump all them together.
Yeah.
So it was gorgeously shot. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. And so a little teaser: Frankenstein does not show up on anyone else's list here going forward.
Yeah.
But-
Almost made mine. Almost.
I haven't seen it, but I am
Again,
intrigued.
Almost ain't good enough. Y'all didn't put it on, so
Almost
don't
doesn't count.
stop with it now. Stop with it now. You
I
had
will-
a chance and you didn't do it.
I haven't
So-
seen. I will say I'm intrigued enough to see it because I've heard very good things in this chat. Because I did a based on a book club, subtle sneaky thing, and we did Frankenstein, but we did it in October, and this came out like just after. And I was
Aw.
like really Frankensteined out at that point. But it sounds like maybe it's
Also,
a
it's
good adjusted.
maybe the best
version.
adaptation. Like he follows the book exactly.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, it's very cool to see. He like really adapted the book.
Okay, I'm into it. I will have to revisit this.
All right. And so Lauren's
Oh.
number 5 in her top 5 is the first one that appears on not only someone else's list, it appears on everyone's
Oh,
list.
all 4 lists.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
It's,
So
I bet everyone can
so-
guess in this room.
So if y'all don't mind, so we can keep it moving,
Yeah.
we will have Lauren say her opinion on this movie, and then we will move on because this movie
It'll come up
will
again.
be commented on 3 more times, and it should be because of what it is. And what it is, y'all, is
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I will try
yeah.
to what my bullet points on this. One, I will caveat and say I'm bad at seeing movies generally, and so I tried to watch movies from this year, but also I'm deeply behind on movies from every single other year. So I have like too much to pull from. So like I didn't have a ton from like 2025. But I did watch this one, even though Scary is not my favorite. But I feel like it was one of those things that I appreciate, like the storytelling and the cinematography, and like I couldn't ignore it. Not that I wanted to, but like it made my top 5. Just man, even as a non-scary movie person, just really well done and terrifying in a lot of ways, which is not my favorite, but still made the list. We have a whole stream where we talked about this. I don't remember which episode. If you want to hear more other than what we're talking about now.
That might have also been on Mortal Content, I think.
Oh, just
Yeah.
kidding. Not on this one, but on this.
No.
Yeah, well, we had you and Whitney.
Domain.
on
Yeah,
there
when
talking
I
about
was,
that.
we were there. We were both
Mortal
there.
Content.
You had just seen it
kidding.
earlier that day.
Again, my last minute homework. I'm a great procrastinator.
it.
I get it done.
You nailed it.
So
You
that is
do.
the ADHD special, right? Like I'm under pressure. I need to do it right now. Like,
I mean, maybe it's maybe a little bit of that, and also just like I don't know, especially with scarier movies. I'm like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
You got to
I
do it
have
in the
convince myself
daytime
to
at
do it.
home.
do it in
It's the
But
daytime.
you still
daytime.
did it.
The
Yeah.
daytime really helps.
Exactly.
But yes, I did watch that one for content with these folks because I love y'all and I'll do things for you. And I did enjoy it though. It made the top 5.
I love it.
awesome. Well, excellent. We will get more center stakes, believe me, later on, y'all. Stay tuned. But of course, we're going to give it the old. So my number 5, y'all, this year movie was this one.
Awesome.
This one was a fun one. I remember walking out of it saying, wow, that's a blockbuster movie. That's a fun movie. That's a popcorn movie. That's a feel good movie. That is just, when I remember, growing up as a kid going to the movies, it would be a movie like this one.
Nice.
The negative things that I've heard people say, and I just want to address one, which is it was made for kids. like that's some kind of, first of all, it was made for, I think, a broad general audience, including families, yes. But if it's made for kids, so what? What the fuck are we talking about?
Exactly.
Sorry. Like what?
Exactly.
Hello? If that's the worst thing you could say about this movie deserves to be in my top 5 for that. Superman does not appear on anybody else's top 5. And also it barely made my top 5 with like Doug has like a honorable mention list of like 20 or something.
No, only
Respectfully.
5. Only 5.
But yeah. But mine was just so close between this and a whole bunch of other ones, and many that are going to show up on the rest of the list here. But Superman was fun, and I wanted to make sure because I made my list last, so I saw y'all's list. I kind of wanted to make sure that Superman was represented, so that's why he won out over some of the other ones that we will probably see here.
I just want to say I had such a great time watching this movie. I live now down the street from the IMAX in LA. I can just walk up the street and see movies and walked up the hill and watched Superman, and I left with the biggest smile on my face. I thought it was just the score, the soundtrack, when like Superman and Lois, like I'm a sucker for romance in movies, and so when he did his little chuckle after they kissed, it was so like perfect. I was so happy. I left that movie rocking out to the songs I downloaded on my phone as I walked home. It's a really good time.
I did not see this movie, but I saw a clip online where Alan Tudyk is a something in it, right? And I saw a clip that the like talking about a name
that he made up on the spot.
That was not gonna be he improvised and it wasn't gonna be part of the movie. And I was like, I just love this, and it kind of made me want to see the movie, but I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
Alan Tudyk is he's a national treasure, that guy.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah. Agreed. Great pick, Greg.
Doug, do you have any comments on Superman, or we can move on?
We can move along because I did not see this yet. I wanted to, and it's one of those things like, man, I mean to see this, and then I just forget, and then
I have a lot of those too.
Yeah.
So, not only does Doug have 600 honorable mentions, I whipped out. Stop. Thank you. Not only does he have 600 honorable mentions, he didn't even give us a top 5. He gave us a top 6. So this guy was cramming, y'all.
Sneaky.
He loved a lot of the movies.
A tie for 5?
A tie
for 5. Okay. He loved a lot of movies this year, so you can't fault him for that. And he was conflicted, and you can't fault him for that. So that's a good thing. But one of the movies that tied for Doug's top 5 was this one.
That's one I still want to watch.
I absolutely love the Knives Out series. I love the way they're all different.
So different.
And this one is very religious centric, which I am not a person who is religious in any sense of the word. There's actually
hold on, not is he not religious, he will downtick something if it's too religious, like the
the De La Soul album.
Or the De La Soul album, I'm sorry. Yeah.
I dinged it for that.
You could be critical. Go on, Doug. I'm sorry.
But I love the way they actually did this thing where they have like here's the thing. The idea of Knives Out of doing like, I'm going to do an ensemble cast and it's just going to be this fucking murderer's row of fucking actors and actresses. And I'm going to do really interesting shit. And I'm going to put different people in it and like people you haven't heard of. Like Thomas Hayden Church, that guy, you know who I know him from? Everybody knows him from like Sideways. Ned and Stacy was a dumb 90s sitcom that I absolutely thought that's where Deborah Messing got her start. Like, was it Ned and Stacy? That show was fucking hilarious, and that's where I know him from. But like, this movie is a good look at how religion can go wrong and how religion can go right. Like, it's just a good dichotomy of how you're going to blend those together. I absolutely love the way they did this. It's, of course, all these are irreverent and funny, but like really serious and just, it's a good one. And like, it's nice to see Jeremy Renner back because Jeremy Renner fucking almost died.
I know.
And
And yeah,
so-
just seeing him back, this is the first movie that I've seen of him since he's, recovered.
Yeah. So, and I will say goddamn, now I'm gonna forget his name. The dude that was in Fleabag,
Whitney
and
Andrew Scott.
Andrew Scott. My wife absolutely loves Andrew Scott.
I mean, ditto, raise my hand.
He's great. He was the best Moriarty I've ever seen in the Sherlock series.
Yeah.
Like, just superb actor. Just a great movie. But it tied with something else because I couldn't differentiate.
I will say I also loved this movie. I love all the Knives Out movies, and this was just anytime I get to see Benoit Blanc do his thing,
Oh.
Daniel Craig do his
And
thing.
the evolution of him.
Yeah,
Like,
they're
the
all
first
so
of-
different. And also go for it.
I was going to say the first iteration of Knives Out, where it was almost like a parody of that accent. And as he's gone through, it's gotten so much more refined and just like so much part of the
Softer?
character. Yeah.
And I loved the callback of the iPad that he stole from Edward Norton's character in the second movie in Glass Onion, that he still
Mhm.
had the iPad in this movie.
It's
And just
I
Bridget
forgot about
Everett stole the movie for me. Her one scene, she stole the movie. And her scene was heartbreaking and beautiful.
Mhm. Yes.
I
was
highly
superb with it.
recommend everyone watch it.
My one comment before we segue out is James Bond was unrecognizable in that movie. So I don't even know who that guy was in that Knives Out movie.
Yeah.
And that is the only time that we will see Wake Up Dead Man on anybody's list, which is interesting because I am a huge fan of Knives Out, but it didn't beat out Superman for me. For the record, apparently. But definitely one that beat out Superman, and one that is on a few other lists is Doug's next one, which is
tied.
a fabulous movie, in my opinion.
This
Yeah.
tied for Wake Up Dead Man for me. I think the Sean Penn's fucking acting in this movie, if that guy doesn't, there's two people who are not main characters in the movie who should be, it's going to be a goddamn knockout drag out fight for the Oscar for it. It's him and it's Delroy Lindo in Sinners. Just their side characters, like Sean Penn's character, you don't even fucking, the way he does his character in this movie is like, that's acting on a different level for me.
Has to be seen to be believed.
Yes,
Absolutely.
you really have to see it to be believed, and it's too long of a movie for me. I'm sorry, like and Paul Thomas Anderson is like a little bit hit or miss for me. There's certain movies that he's done that are like Boogie Nights is just a goddamn top tier, unbelievable movie. This is a great movie. The scene where they're doing the chase and they're doing the hills, like in a theater, like if you don't see it in a theater, you're not gonna get just how amazing that fucking shooting was. It's a good movie. It's Benicio del Toro he's my favorite character in that movie because he just does this thing that's like funny
A
as
few small
fuck.
bears. Just a few small bears.
Yeah, Doug.
Yeah.
And two other people got a comment. Go on, buddy.
No, I'm just gonna say those are my comments. Like I think it tidies up at the end too nice for my taste. That's my big takeaway on that. Like the reason why it wasn't higher.
So, Lauren, did you see this movie?
No, but I feel like I saw y'all talking about it, and like once you said that, it's like I heard about it, but I didn't. I'm bad at movies. I didn't know about it ahead of time, and I was like, "What even is this? What is this?" But then everyone's like, "It's amazing." So no, I have not.
Yeah, and it appears on two other people's lists, so we will.
And it's on
shuffle
HBO
along
Max if you want it. It just came out on HBO Max recently, so you can watch it there.
Okay, all right.
here. There will be more about it, so we're good.
I'll hear more about it later.
Yeah, believe me, you will. And that's why I kind of cut Doug off. I didn't want him to take
That's okay. I didn't want to
all of the steam. But Whitney's going to take some steam back here with one of the top movies of the year. Not only my opinion, it appears on other people's list too, and that is a movie that I don't think Lauren should ever watch.
Nope. It's
Is-
not a
Okay,
Lauren
great.
movie.
Oh,
Not a Lauren
everyone
movie.
talks about this too, though.
Is
I've heard great
Weapons.
things.
It's
Whitney,
great.
what is your
Just coach,
first-
it's not great for you. Sorry,
What is
Greg.
what are your, you have it at 4 here, which is obviously, 4.
Yeah.
It's a lot,
It's high up there. I also will have a caveat. I've seen some great movies that I haven't seen yet. I haven't seen The Secret Agent, or It Was Just an Accident. I did see A Little Prayer, which I absolutely loved. So there's some great movies that might disrupt my list in the future. But I also think about experience when I'm thinking about movies, and how is Weapons was one of my best theatrical experiences this whole year. I saw the preview screening, the day, but like the Thursday before. I went to the IMAX up the street, so I was sitting in IMAX with a full theater, the way the movie should be seen, and it was just such a fun time because it's such a funny movie. Like, I didn't realize how absolutely hilarious this movie was going to be. I mean, it's scary too, yes, but it was just one of those ones where the audience was rowdy and talking back, and it just really elevated my whole experience of the film. And it's scary, it's funny, it's ridiculous. The concept, I mean, it was written so well. The concept's incredible. I love the design. I will shout out the costume supervisor of this movie is my work wife, who I've done 6 movies with. And so while she was working on this, she was telling me all about it. So I knew a lot of the story going into seeing the movie, and I had seen a bunch of the costumes, and I knew, but I still was so surprised the whole time. And so even knowing so much of the movie, I still went on the ride, and the way that it bounces between people's point of view. And it's just a really, really, really fun time, and seeing a well-made horror movie. And Amy Madigan for president / she should win the Oscar.
We will shuffle along because we will be talking about Weapons
Great.
later for sure.
I would like to point
And-
out that Wake Up Dead Man and Weapons both have Josh Brolin.
Go Josh Brolin. And my work wife, Kristen, says that Josh is an amazing human and very lovely.
Love that.
Sorry, Greg. Please proceed.
And this one is Lauren's number 4. Does not appear on
Oh.
anybody else's list, but
I mean,
it was on slight consideration for mine, Lauren,
Oh,
because I
okay.
enjoyed it, and it was very, very, very probably the funnest movie I saw all year. Lauren, and tell us what that is.
one of them days. I will also say I feel like my list is probably going to be different than all the other lists, because I don't see a lot of these scary movies, and I don't see as many movies as any of these folks. But I did try, and I've watched not enough, but more movies than I usually do. One of them days I really liked. It was just very.
You're here because you have a different perspective.
That's
Yeah.
fair. I bring the non-horror less movie.
And I might add too, Lauren, the audience loves this show, and the critics
Okay.
love this show. So
Great.
it's
Well
not like
rated.
you're picking.
True.
It's not like you're picking garbage movies to have in your top 3. I'm just
Also,
saying,
Who doesn't love
or
some little trash?
top
sometimes?
4. So
But-
anyway, I'm sorry, Lauren. What's going on with one of them
No.
days?
Don't be sorry. It's your show, Greg. So I mean, everybody gets whatever they like, and I did choose this one because I don't know, it was just a very fun, like Greg was saying, a fun watch. There was something about it. I don't know how to name this type of movie. It had a silly hurdle after silly hurdle, where you're chaos moments of scenes when they're trying to get something done, but stuff keeps getting in the way, or there's confusion and things not in the same way, but dude, where's my car, or The Hangover. It was just a fun chaos movie, but women. So let's watch this, and it was just kind of. I mean, in the end, kind of feel good, I guess. But it was a very easy and fun watch, and I haven't like. I feel like Keke Palmer is like a little bit America's Sweetheart in some vibes. Like she's like on all the things, and like she has not had a moment, but I feel like she's everywhere, and I haven't seen like a lot of things of her, and so it was like nice for me to get to see. And I was like, oh no, yeah, she's like very good and like super charming. And I know it's an acting role and stuff like that, but it was cool to see her and SZA in this, and it was just really fun. I don't know. So it was worth a like, an easy watch if you're looking for something to kind of escape the chaos of the world.
It was so much fun, and SZA was great actually. But I kind of feel SZA just showed up and was SZA, if that makes sense.
Yeah, sometimes people are cast as themselves, and it really works for them.
Right.
Or not as, as they're. It's just like, oh, you're like you.
Yeah, and I didn't mean that in a derogatory. Yeah, and I didn't mean that in a derogatory at all, not even remotely. Like she nailed her part, like whatever it was.
Yeah. It felt very natural and cool, and you're just like, it's like you see this and you're like, I feel like I could. Well, I feel like I could be friends with these people, but I'm not into the level of chaos.
Yeah, and I would say that Doug, my impression of this movie was like it was just one of those black fun movies in the line of like Friday. It's like in that, like, so if you're gonna watch Friday, put this one in the middle of like one of them two, and then like just watch it through. It's just kind of the same thing. Like Friday has that heavy drug, thing going on. This one just has a heavy, fun and goofy thing, but it's about like black people and black neighborhood and them just running around doing dumb things. It's really fun.
I would like to also say that if you want to explore something fun, look at Keke Palmer and Sean Evans, who's the host of Hot Ones.
Oh, yes. Okay.
They have a thing that is like two little flames coming together to make a bigger flame. I don't know how to explain it. Just check that shit out.
Love a chemistry. Love a Hot Ones.
Yeah. So.
All right.
Noted.
So number 4 on my list is. Oh yeah, this one.
Oh, it's back.
Hey.
It's back. I will just add to what was said previously by Whitney, which was, to me, this movie is all about the creep factor, Lauren. It is it's just not good for you because again, it starts and then it's just like it edges up and then it just it never ever subsides.
Oh,
like, whatever they do, they keep the creep like high or like mid, and it's always like you're always can't sit right the whole fucking movie because you think that like something's gonna happen. Yeah, it is. It's a very good time, and that's why it's my number 4. And I will just move along because I know Doug has, or I'm sorry, it appears.
I'll see it in fan outs in the comments. The scene where Josh Brolin wakes up and the biggest laugh of the movie. The like
that wasn't my biggest laugh.
Oh, that was the biggest laugh for us in my theater. Like everyone lost their fucking minds. It was great.
It was a great scene. My biggest laugh is I'll talk
later.
About that later.
Okay. Copy.
So Doug's number 4 does not show up on anybody else's list.
Nobody's gonna like this except me.
I don't feel that it has many laughs in it. But
no laughs, 0 laughs.
Ooh.
And I'm gonna say this. I read that book and I said, "There's no fucking way anybody can make that into a movie. Nobody can make that into a movie because it is so fucking bleak." Yeah. The entire book, it is so goddamn bleak. And the guy that's the guy on the left in this image is Philip Seymour Hoffman's son. But the guy that steals the entire movie is the guy on the right.
Okay.
And I don't have their names off the top of my head. It is, so the premise of it is, since nobody had it, there is this, basically it's like a Hunger Games style thing. Not Hunger Games, but just in that vein.
Competition.
100 boys are, now in this movie they shortened it to 50 and they made some adjustments to the book. But basically it's like 100 boys sign up to be part of this, and if you win, you get every wish you want. Could be anything, whatever you want.
Okay.
But you have to walk at 4 miles an hour, and if you stall, you get 3 warnings, and at the 3rd warning, you get shot dead right on the fucking road. And it's
Don't like
teenage, and it's teenage kids. It's teenage
Don't
guys.
like that.
And oh my God, it is. There's just like male companionship in a way that you don't see in movies a lot. Like these two are like friends and they work through a lot of shit, and just it's funny because there's some really unlikable characters. I didn't assume there was a way to make this into a movie. Like reading a book is like, no fucking way. Now they changed the ending. For a movie, it makes sense. For a book, the book ending is better. And that so it's not just like if you're making a movie and you ended it the way the book did, people would be like, what the fuck? Like that's not. But the way they ended the movie is just good. The guy on the right, I wish I could. I'm gonna have to look it up because I can't.
Yes, David Johnson. He was in Alien Romulus. He was in
he was in Romulus, and he was great in that too.
Yeah,
he is Stu fucking Perb in this. So is Philip Seymour Hoffman's kid. They're both excellent.
Yeah, Cooper. He's amazing.
And I'm gonna tell you, it's a hard watch. I like that kind of shit, but it is a rough watch. Mark Hamill's in it. Luke Skywalker is a fucking terrible bad guy in this movie. Just the worst kind of guy. And the problem is unfortunately, it's pretty emblematic of the kind of shit we're going through now, especially considering the announcement of the Patriot games.
Yeah, today, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So it's in that sort of vein, unfortunately. So
I missed this came out when I was working and I haven't been able to catch it yet, but I really want to see it.
I will say be in the right headspace to watch it.
I think that's why I haven't pressed play yet, is that I have to be in the right. Maybe in January, not this time of year.
But I don't know if you've ever read the book, Whitney.
I haven't.
Okay. The book it's fantastic. But again, it's one of those things, it's really bleak. The book.
Do you recommend book first or movie first?
I think book first, movie second.
Copy.
And if you want, I have the book. I'll send it to you. I'll be happy to do that.
Sure. I love that.
But it's just interesting because there's the way the movie works is pretty close to the book. The ending is way different.
Uh-huh.
But I think in the movie context works, changing it from what the book was. The book, like after the book is like, whoa, like wow, I'm not sure how to feel about that. And the movie is the same way, and it's like, wow, I'm not sure how I feel about that, but in a different context.
I think having now worked on 2 movies that were adapted from books and having gone through that process, I see why you have to change stuff. Like I used to get so angry that it was like not like the book or not. And now that I've done it myself, I'm like, oh, there's so much stuff you need to change for a movie adaptation.
You can't do things. Yeah. There's some things like a lot of people shit on like Ready Player One. There's no way you could have made that what the book was into a movie.
No,
if you did,
no
way.
The
movie would have been 6 hours long. There's no way you could have. So
I am a little mad at Spielberg for taking all of himself out of the book. So
yeah, that's fair. But anyway, I'm just saying, Whitney, I'll message you and I'll be happy to send you the book because I think the book is worth. It's not a long book. It's like 250 pages.
Awesome.
So.
All right, so we're ready for Whitney's number 3 that does not appear on anybody else's list.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely true.
Sorry, Greg. I interrupted you.
We are going to go to Whitney's number 3, which does not appear on anybody's list, and it didn't appear in my memory because I didn't even know what the heck it was. All of your lists.
Let's see if I have any clue.
So, one of 2 movies that I did not know, I was not familiar with until I saw y'all's list. This is one of them. And yeah, it's
Hamnet.
Hamnet.
Fandad's listed that.
devastating movie. So
Oh.
I am not a crier. I am very much not a crier at most things. This movie made me sob like a baby.
Oh no.
A lot of crying. You have to be again in the right headspace to watch it, but it's absolutely stunning. The performance by Jessie Buckley is incredible, and it's really between her and Rose Byrne for the Oscar this year. And my friend Malgosia designed the costumes for this, and they're
Cool.
so beautiful. And she thought so specifically about how people in this era would be wearing one thing that was adapted to all parts of their life. And so Jessie Buckley's character. So
What era is it, Whitney?
it's like Shakespearean times. So
Okay.
1600s and long ago, and lots of corsets and a lot of organic cotton.
Okay. Also, more crying.
Yes.
Because it appeared on no one else's list. Like, is there like a 1 or 2 sentence? Like, what is this movie? What is this?
So it's about William Shakespeare and his wife. It's more about his wife and the death of their son. We don't know how their son died in real life, but this movie is sort of a reimagining about them getting together and losing their son and how it affected Shakespeare and how he wrote Hamlet as a reaction to his son's death. And it's it's beautiful,
different,
gorgeously shot. Chloe Zhao is the director who did that. What was that Marvel movie called? But she's a stunning director. She did such an amazing job, and it's a beautiful film. You just have to be in the right headspace to watch it because it is quite dark and quite devastating at moments. But I promise you, it's worth the effort, especially in the end of the movie. It's absolutely stunning.
So if you need to get some tears out, definitely watch that.
That's right. The Eternals. Thank you. The Eternals. I can't believe I forgot because my friend Brian is in that movie, and I don't want to be an asshole. Forget.
How dare you?
All right. So here's another movie that doesn't appear on anybody else's list. It's Lauren's number 3.
Oh.
And it is completely opposite vibes, I believe, of the previous movie. I could be wrong.
So it's the live action version of Lilo and Stitch. It's number 3. It happened. I mean, I love the original as well. That's animated. And I mean,
Lauren, we got to watch that together a bunch as kids. I think we watched it together for the first time.
It's just so cute. I mean, like, I love Disney. I love a Hawaii situation.
Yeah.
He's kind of a cute, obnoxious alien thing. But like, I think that part of my reason for this was actually same thing, Chatty House After Party. I actually feel like usually when there's like a reboot or a redo, or it's like an animated into a live action, I'm always like, ugh, stop ruining our childhood. Just leave the good movies alone. But I actually feel like it was well done, and I wasn't like mad at it, and it felt like they took a lot, like it was very similar. But some of the things that like either were like cut a little bit or done a little differently because like, whatever montages or not, or what you can accomplish in 3D versus animated stuff. I feel like they did a good job, and I still liked it, even knowing the original and like being able to compare it, but also kind of think about it on its like let it exist on its own. So if you liked the original and were worried about it, I liked it. Like, don't blame me if you don't like it. But I liked it.
I didn't see it. Now I really want to check it out.
It was very cute. I mean, same vibes of the original, and like, I feel like Disney and Pixar movies, like, I also don't cry, but these ones, there's like moments where I'm like, my eyes are wet, but they haven't broken the seal yet.
Pixar's very good at making things very emotional, though.
Oh, yeah. They make me cry. I don't cry. I only cry at Pixar movies, basically.
Up fucking kills me.
Coco, I was on a plane
and they stab you in the heart.
Coco made me sob like so much. I think airplanes, though, notoriously, scientifically, you cry more on an airplane.
Interesting. I'm gonna blame that when I watch movies and cry there.
Yes,
then, I
you
guess.
cry more on an airplane. I remember I watched Lion and Coco back to back, and I was just crying for like 4
Oh,
hours.
terrible. Also on an airplane, ginger ale tastes different than on the ground. Apparently,
Really?
it's scientifically proven. There's a study. I don't know. I was told this and I
Wild.
looked it up and it was real and I can't reference what it is.
Oh my god.
Anyway, Lilo and Stitch. A great adaptation. I
Right.
was not mad at it, and I haven't always seen the live action versions, but like when there's like Aladdin or Snow White and the Huntsman, like stop, just leave it alone. But I was not mad at this, and I liked it, and I enjoyed myself. Yay, Hawaii!
Yay, Hawaii.
Yay, Hawaii.
All right, it's time for my number 3, which appears with on one other list.
Ooh.
This
Wow.
movie is this big cinema, big like box office popcorn.
Oh, okay.
I love how this movie was shot. It just felt immersive again, Whitney. It was great. The story was great. It's kind of it's a movie and like a series of movies, and I didn't even watch the previous one. I don't know. I just showed up, watched it, and I was able to get the whole movie.
Okay.
I highly recommend this movie for everybody. Y'all missed it on the big screen because it was amazing there, and I know Doug agrees with me. It is Predator's Bad Batch.
Damn.
Mm.
My number 3 movie of the year. It is fucking awesome. It has earned that 95 there. It is just a great story. It's just great cinema. It's just wonderful. I can't. This is a popcorn movie. It's just perfect for everybody. Even if you don't get into the sci-fi thing, it's just fun. It's just great. Tells a great story. And I know Doug agrees because this is also Doug's number 3.
Yes, it is.
Great match.
Yeah. This is
Doug,
great.
pass off.
Yeah. So this is what's great is this is a telling of the Yautja, which is that's the alien. That's a predator species. That's their race. What's great is Elle Fanning is in it, and she is just like a dismembered robot. That just rides along with this Yautja through basically a planet which everything is designed to kill you. And this is like the Yautja, in order to be considered like part of the clan, you need to accomplish something where it's like proves that you're worthy of being that. And so this guy, the Yautja that's part of this, is basically a runt. He's a runt of what the Yautja are. And he says he's going to go to this planet and kill this particular being. But it is like considered like this is no Yautja can kill it. It's many have tried, none have succeeded. He says, I'm going to do it. And it's just a fascinating. The Yautja don't speak English. Obviously, they speak their own language, and just it's so goddamn good. It is the second best Predator movie. So my favorite Predator movie was Prey.
Yes.
Prey was amazing, and this is directed by the same people. Now I'm going to say Prey is almost in a tie with the original Predator, because the original Predator is its own fucking beast. It's fucking ridiculous. Mm-hmm. It's muscular, macho dipshits doing stuff. So it's Greg's trying to show us a thing there, but maybe we can't see it.
Oh, Prey. I see it.
Prey is in there. This is so good. Greg, I think you and I the only ones who had this on our list?
Yeah.
I unfortunately have not seen it yet. It came out when I was working on my last movie and I had no time to go to the theater, but it's high on my list because I remember I saw Prey at home because it was only streaming, right?
Yeah, it was only on Hulu.
Twice in a row in one night. That's how much I loved it. So I know I'm going to love awesome. Badlands. I just haven't gotten a chance yet. Prey was better than Eat, Pray, Love.
Okay,
all right. Well, yeah. Whitney, Whitney, you will get your chance to talk about this movie now because this movie is your number 2
My
movie.
number two. I again saw this at the IMAX up the street, and it was just, I had my jaw on the floor for most of the movie. It was just
Can't imagine this on IMAX.
It was unbelievable, absolutely stunning. The music, it just everything. I was like, is this really happening right now? And the audience, I saw it the first weekend. It was open. Everyone was losing their minds. I think, again, audience participation means so much when you're watching a movie for the first time. And so there's nothing like going to the cinema and experience that in real life. But seeing the IMAX, I remember I didn't really know much about Sinners. And then I saw the video that Ryan Coogler did about all the aspect ratios. And I was like, oh my God, I need to go get tickets immediately. And that video made me go get a ticket.
They made it like a bunch of aspect ratios, like it's a bunch of different ones.
So many, but I saw it in 70 millimeter at the IMAX, and it was like almost like a religious experience. It was like so unbelievable. And being a horror person, someone who designs horror, who loves horror, it's right up my alley. And the design was amazing. Ruth Carter's costumes, I mean, she was able to a lot of those background costumes came from Blade. She was designing Blade that got shut down. And so Blade was set in the 20s as well. So they were able to buy all these costumes that she designed from Marvel, and Marvel let them buy it for this movie, which is such a great little detail. But the design is stunning. The music is stunning. The performances are amazing. It was just like unbelievable. So one of my number 2 of the year.
Number 2 of the year. And we're not done with that one yet, y'all. And here's another one that I didn't know existed and does not appear on anybody else's list. And it's
Lauren's got her own little list, baby.
I'm just hanging out over here.
Yeah.
Lauren's number 2 of the year is
Nona's. Again, very lovely watch. I feel like this is some of mine where I appreciate well-made movies, but also, like many times have been talked about on here, it's hard to want to be in a mindset to watch the heavy cinematic ones. And sometimes I'm just like, I just want to like feel nice and watch like something that's gonna like make me happier or like escape or just like be like, this is so like heartwarming or whatever. And Nona's is a movie about a guy who's, I think his mom dies and he wants to open a restaurant in her honor, but like using like family recipes, and he hires grandmothers to be the cooks in this restaurant. And it's just like very cute. I wouldn't say it's the same. And I don't know why, but for like, you know, those movies that are just like, it's not like a go-to movie of mine, but it feels like it was like a favorite for who knows what reason. I, as a kid, really liked Under the Tuscan Sun. I still enjoy it. It's a lovely movie, and it's just so good. I like that in like whenever it came out, which I was like, I feel like this was made for adult women, but like I loved it. I still watch it when I see it.
I rewatch it all the time.
I have the DVD
2 to 3 times a year.
It's a great movie. I feel like Nona's has a very similar like.
Okay, I'm gonna have to see it.
Like it's not the same. Like, you know, Under the Tuscan Sun, she's like divorced and goes to Italy and does a thing.
Beautiful, like, Diane Lane doing Diane Lane things.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Great outfits. This is like not the same like plot storyline, but I feel like there's something that's kind of like heartwarming and like family, like not like hurdles in the same way of One of Them Days, not the same kind of hurdles, but there's like where it's like, oh, there's like challenges, but there's like cute, lovely stories along the way of this thing. And it's a very like cozy, rounded feeling movie. And again, if I like something about the energy of it feels Under the Tuscan Sun and again, lovely. It has Vince Vaughn in it, who is not a murderer in this one.
My buddy Vince
from
Vaughn.
Freaky. But yes, he's absolutely not a murderer in this movie. And it's just very cute. And if you're looking for that, I recommend it.
Awesome.
It's also based on a real restaurant that like
crazy.
hired grandmothers to cook.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That sounds fun, y'all. Lauren's bringing all the joy shows to
I
us.
Yeah.
love that. That's what I love about Lauren.
Yeah.
Lauren finds the joy everywhere, and it's so awesome
Yeah.
to see.
Yes, it is. It is. And my number 2 movie was awesome to see. And it's this one.
It's bad.
I don't have really much to add to which was said or might be said after me. Besides that, I literally think that this movie is perfect. I think it's perfect. I think everything was executed in a fucking just precision manner. There's nothing I could complain about it, actually. I will, when I do my number 1 movie, I will tell y'all why this movie was, I guess, worse than number 1, even though it's perfect. So I will address why it's number 2 and not number 1 when I talk about my number 1. So with that being said, Doug wants to talk about his number 2, which is
Man, this fucking movie. This was my best movie going experience.
Oh.
Like Whitney was talking about, the amount of time people laughed in the middle of this movie.
Yeah.
My favorite laughing segment is the ending sequence
Yeah. Yeah.
where the kids are just going berserk and they're just
Yep.
going through different things and they're chasing and I forget the lady's name again, who's
Gladys?
Gladys, and just being like, oh no, and just being like doing these little interjections while she's running away from these kids who are trying to just end her. It is. What's funny is I remember seeing the trailers, and this thing where the kids are running like that is terrifying. So listen, as a parent of 4 kids, I don't know why that's terrifying, but it's fucking terrifying. Just these kids just running down the street like this, like Naruto, and just, what are you doing? And just like, why is that the thing?
Yeah.
And there's the funny thing about weapons is there's as you care, like Benedict Wong's character in this just slays me, like just fucking great. And they do this thing where they do different perspectives. The movie, it is. As we said, it is not a Lauren. It's not Laurenable. No
It's so
offense.
challenging because I'm like, I respect everyone has told me it's like psychologically creepy, super creepy. You're not gonna like it, and then you're like, but there's like comedic moments. I was like, it sounds like I'm interested, but I shouldn't.
Funny. I mean,
it is so
hard.
funny.
I'm like, ooh,
Right,
I'm
so-
intrigued.
there's a
but
lot of
scared.
hard Lauren moments, but I feel like you could maybe mute
man-
it during.
Okay.
You might be able to manage because it is extremely funny.
Okay,
It's a
maybe I
funny
watch it
movie.
with someone who knows it, and we can chat the whole time.
Yes, someone when I'm home, maybe when I'm
Okay.
home next week.
I
we can
need
watch
like a guide. I can watch it with like a tour guide.
I will volunteer. I
All
will
right.
volunteer as tribute.
But yes,
So the character that is quote unquote evil is Gladys.
Gladys.
And I'm going to tell you, my wife, who is a bit witchy,
Mhm.
said they're doing everything right, but that makes it so much worse for folks like me who are into
Oh.
that stuff.
Oh,
It's right, but it's wrong at the same time.
Yeah.
Like when she saw the tree that the lady is using, she's like, fuck.
like
She's
that. Like they did
That's
their
exactly
research.
right. Fuck, they did that right, and now that's a problem. Like so,
Yeah,
like
Now it's like better but worse.
Yeah.
it's great. They're accurate, but it's
Yeah,
accurate
it's
that
accurate,
makes
but
things
it, like,
harder for
feels
people
bad.
like her.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Especially because it's
is-
been such a sensation and phenomenon, and so many people have seen it.
So the only thing that I have an issue with the entire movie.
Yeah, with
you
me,
need to,
Daniel,
you
with me.
you need to watch that with Whitney. Just
Yeah.
do that.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll
love it.
watch it.
There's one thing where there's a cloud and they show the number in the cloud.
Okay.
That has nothing to do with the rest of the story. I don't understand why that's
Sure
there.
doesn't. And nor does the director. The director is like, I thought it looked cool.
Okay, great. But it has nothing to do with the story. So anyway, I fucking love this movie. It's fun. Lauren, watch it with Whitney during the
Yeah,
day.
we'll watch it.
And
We'll
you'll be
mute
fine.
it. And
Have her hold your hand
yeah,
and
be
just
great.
walk through it.
Blanket.
You'll be fine. But
'Cause
like,
it is
don't watch it by
so
yourself and don't watch it at
funny.
night.
It is
Okay, great.
more
There's so
funny
much
than
funny.
scary.
First thing in
It
the
is more
morning.
funny than scary. Yeah.
But the
Yeah.
scary parts are scary, but the funny parts are really fucking funny.
Again, you guys being like the laughter in the theater was like, I mean, I'm intrigued.
You'd be
And scared.
surprised, fan dads. I have some outfits that rival Aunt Gladys. So
Ooh, I don't know what this means, but I'm excited. You're gonna dress up.
yeah, you'll see Aunt Gladys's costumes. The
Okay.
costume. I have
Aunt
to shout out-
Gladys.
the costume designer.
Also,
Trish
can I just say
Somerville was amazing.
Aunt Gladys is Uncle Buck's girlfriend? It was just that thing fucking blew my mind. It's like, fuck, is that the woman that was Uncle Buck's girlfriend from the
Amy
fucking
Madigan.
80s?
McCoy and Streets of Fire, one of the best
Yeah.
movies of all time.
Aunt Gladys ain't right. But
No.
Okay.
but what
That's the
is
consensus.
right for Whitney is her number one movie.
We've reached
this
the number
year.
one
Yeah,
spots.
you're number one.
And to Whitney, this is right. And well,
Oh,
it's kind of hard for me to disagree.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised. Let's just say that.
So I will preface this where I have really not liked most of PTA's movies. So the only PTA movie that I've actually liked is Boogie Nights. I'm not a PTA person. So that's why this is like even more
Like,
surprising because I thought this was one of the greatest movies I've ever seen in my entire life. I saw it, of course, at the IMAX, but the Burbank IMAX, not the
A different
not the
one.
different one, with a couple of friends, and I was just on the edge of my seat the entire time. And I think a lot of it is due to the performances and, of course, the way that PTA has directed this. But the performances are out of control, incredible. And it's just a really special movie. And that the ending and the driving and the hills and I was like losing my mind watching this movie, and it's unbelievable. MVP performance for me though, Benicio del Toro. Love him in this movie. He is
That
incredible.
was my favorite performance in that movie by a mile.
He does so much with so little, and his stillness and unbelievable, amazing work. And costume design by Colleen Atwood, one of our goats of all. She's the greatest, and so it's my number one this year.
It Benicio del Toro's performances remind me of the Benicio del Toro's performance in Snatch.
Mm-hmm.
Like he does so much with so little, and it's so funny the way he does things. Like, that's what it reminded me of. So,
yeah, he absolutely needs to get nominated, and I hope he wins. I mean, but Sean Penn too is doing the most.
That's the thing is
stuff.
him and Sean Penn just wow.
The most insane things I've ever seen in my life, but he totally commits. And he creates this character that is somehow real, even though he does literally the most insane things I've ever seen in a performance. But it somehow works, and that's what's incredible.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Lauren,
because
watch it.
You all, yes, watch it. I was like,
yes, watch it.
It's
Yeah,
everyone's
Lauren.
list.
Oh yeah, there's no creep factor.
This
This
is
is
Laurenable.
Oh,
Totally
love it.
Laurenable.
I feel like it's like a thumbs up, thumbs down, Laurenable. We
Yeah.
need a rating.
Just be willing to sit around for 2 hours and 45.
It's a long movie.
You gotta
But
prepare.
it's
Bring
totally.
snacks.
For me, I was on the edge of my seat the whole time.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And Lauren apparently was on the edge of her seat for her number one movie, which is
I
still haven't seen this.
Ooh, okay. I won't say what should
Say
I
what you want because I need to watch it. But so just
Okay. I don't know if this counts as spoilery. When did this come out? I mean, obviously this year, but like
This
I don't know.
summer?
way early.
Summer.
Yeah.
It's been okay. It's been a minute.
Don't worry about
cool.
spoilers. Just do what you're saying.
Excellent.
Do your
Okay,
thing.
well, I will just say a couple of things. I think a few years ago I had seen like Avengers and Iron Man, and now I've watched many a Marvel, and this movie reminded me how much I really enjoy Marvel. I'm like was never like a comic book superhero, like I don't have like the references to like what the true storylines are or anything of things, but I really enjoy Marvel, and this was a great reminder, and I feel like it was a really good fun movie, and I like the way that it did things. It was interesting. Well, Florence Pugh's in it, so fun. Love her
Florence
character
Pugh,
in
my
this.
favorite female actor right now. by a
She's
mile.
like she's
amazing.
great. She's great. Period. And as in this character, I just like really like her vibe. And there's like this, misfit bandit group of people who come together, and like it's kind of just like silly, and the banter's always great. But there's themes of depression in this movie. And it's actually, I felt like it was really interesting the way that it wasn't just like it wasn't like a straight heavy movie about depression and anxiety or something like that, but the way that it was like kind of part of this superhero vibe, and how it was like visually like addressed and talked about, and like how they managed a villain. It was just, I really enjoyed the themes and topics and the visuals of things, but also like there's scenes of, I don't even know what to talk about. There's this villain, and they like go into his brain. I'm gonna just say that. It's not his brain really, but it's like you go into like their mind. So like you're in this like fortress of house rooms, and like the action and cinematography and like what was happening in those scenes was like just really interesting to me. And it's like when there's like, I don't want to say like camera angle play, but it's just like the way that they're like entering or exiting spaces was very cool. Not just like a long outside of just like the storyline, whatever, but the visuals of what was being communicated or what was just happening were very, to me, different, but I also don't see a million movies. But it was really fun and good. And also I was like, oh, this is like a good message, I think.
I need to see it.
I loved it.
I got marveled out after Endgame, and I haven't gone back.
It's hard because there's like the TV series shows.
That's where they
They're
lost
a
me.
whole thing.
I'm not gonna watch. I did see Doctor Strange 2, and I got extremely angry that I had to have seen
that you would have
WandaVision
missed stuff
in order to understand it. And I was like, okay, I'm done.
I'm not doing this. I feel like, I will say this. I've seen more Marvel things, but I feel like it probably has more meaning if you know more things. And people, there's things that like I don't know in terms of like the other, even I love Easter egg, but like I don't know these storylines as well as a lot of people, especially if you're like comic book people. So like who, like the villain, I was like, maybe that's a real comic book villain, and it probably is. And like I don't know their story until this movie. But I do think that people who like, I think that people could watch it and enjoy it for what it is, even if you haven't, but you would probably also appreciate it in theory more because you'd know more if you did watch things. Right. But it's still I think it's a solid, I feel like it could be solid as a standalone. It might have more meaning if you have watched other things, but I really enjoyed it. Great. Lovely message. Love a Marvel. Awesome. Love the banter.
They're so fun. They're so fun. And I wish I hadn't fallen off the bandwagon, but I just got very annoyed because I don't have time to watch all the TV shows.
There's so much content.
And I was like, I can't.
It's a lot to commit to, especially with all the other millions of movies that are out there and like life.
My friend Courtney was the dialect coach on Thunderbolts. So I need to see it for her as well.
That's cool. I always feel like those kinds of jobs and things that are needed for movies, like you don't really think about unless you like can speak a language and you're like, that's not how you say a thing or whatever.
Yeah, she was making sure David Harbour's accent was on point.
Because I will say like any character, especially his and like Florence Pugh's characters, like just that's not how they sound, but they sound, I believe them. And it's great. So anyway, that's mine.
There you go. We are to my number one movie of the year. I didn't make this decision until probably 2 hours before we went live. This was a hard thing between this movie and One Battle Another. I think that they're both perfect.
Agreed.
But this one edged out the other one because number one, I started going to movies, Whitney, so that I could get away from the political discourse. I walked into One Battle After Another, kind of really not knowing outside of everybody thought it was great. what the theme was.
Right.
So then I
And
was
Very
then-
kind of
political.
slapped in. I was slapped in the face
Oh,
Yeah.
with the
surprise.
whole thing, and I was like, "Wait!" So like that was part of like
Okay.
Very
why I was
intense.
kind of weirded out going into this
Headspace.
Yeah.
early
Yeah.
part. I was kind of like, I don't know, not I wouldn't say weirded out. I was taken aback a little bit. I was like, "Wait."
It was sometimes we
So-
go to movies, most of the time we go to movies for escape, and sometimes it's very confronting and you're like, oh, I wasn't expecting that
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah, but oddly, it was less confronting than this movie, which
Yeah,
is could be
absolutely.
arguably more
More.
confronting given
More.
who I am and what the subject
Yeah.
matter was.
Absolutely.
But it was too, but it was a different kind of thing. And I would just want to just to me they were equal actually. And I'm just gonna give the nod to the one that was musically in tune about what it was. And no disrespect to One Battle, but this one was so musicy and it just hit all the right notes with the music. And if you take the music out of this movie, it completely, I wouldn't say guts it, but like the music just wove the story with the damn movie. It was great. And that's why it's my number one movie. And there
I
are
agree.
reasons why it's Doug's number one movie.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So we'll get to there right now. Yeah.
It is the most interesting and introspective movie in just so many ways. And like Greg was saying, the musical score is just like the best accompaniment to any movie that I've seen this year. The idea that Michael B. Jordan, like those two characters, Smoke and Stack, were just like interchangeable in a way you didn't realize it was the same. Like you knew it was they're playing twins, but like you didn't ever in a moment think that's the same guy. Just the music bit, Miles Caton being like this sort of revelation coming into as Preacher Boy, and also doing so many songs on the album, like. I am just so floored about how Coogler put all this together, and he's a great director. It was the people he picked to be actors in this movie. I'm going to tell you, there's a million storylines out of this that I wish would be expounded, like the Choctaw folks. I want to. How the hell did they know that there was like vampires and it's dark? We need to get the fuck away from these people. We need to go just do our own thing. And hey, you're on your own. Good luck. And just like there's just so many storylines you could go in through all of this. And I've seen this movie 3 times. It's the only movie I've seen more than twice this year. And my wife is just like, this is just super. I saw it in a theater. I'm like, you're going to see this with me in a theater. And she was like, what? I'm like, I don't tell you this often. Come with me. And we were watching this in a fucking movie theater. She walked out. I was like, that was amazing. I told you this was amazing. I wasn't lying. And she's like, so it's just all of the elements work so well together. Whitney, I'd love to hear your ideas of how the costume design for that movie is, because I feel like just everything was on point so much in that movie. The music, the way the costumes looked, like just, I don't know. I just feel like there's the scene in that movie where it's like, I remember getting chills. Every time I've seen this movie is the chills where they're doing like, and it's Miles Caton singing in the thing. And it's just they go through all the eras of different music for Black folks and just melding that into this sort of dance scene. And at the end, the whole thing catches on fire. It just gives me chills every single time. It's one of the best scenes I've seen in a movie in a long time. And I would love to get your input on how, all right, well, here's how the costume design worked. Just all the elements, about the elements of the movie. Like I can see it from an outside perspective. Say, I like how all these things work together, but you have a bit more insight and intel on how that works. So I'd love to get your input on that.
Well, absolutely. Every character was so well formed. And especially you have Michael B. Jordan playing two different people, and they need to be so distinct. So not only is his characterization going to help you have that distinction, but Ruth's costumes really showed the difference between the two of them. And that was so helpful in having their own color palette. You know, one is in the burgundy and maroon, and one is in the blue. And I love, see here, you can see that their shadows are different because they kept the same camera setup, and then they moved. Then he would change and go
Yeah,
back. So they kept,
that's one of the more fascinating bits of
Yeah.
it, where they're like, we're gonna stop and everybody stay still, and we're gonna change him and move
we're
him.
gonna keep the camera static and move them, and it adds this sort of unreal, ethereal quality to the filming of it because they're both in the same scene, but the sun is hitting them in different places, and it just adds to this sort of unmoored aspect to it all, which is very, very cool. And I just loved how gritty, how real everyone's costume was, and everyone felt true to life. It all blended perfectly. Like how we talk about some of our work is unseen, or it blends into the perfect world building. You believed every character was real and there, and it wasn't put on. It wasn't like, oh, that's a costume. It's like, no, all these people exist and they're real, and the attention to detail and the distressing was just so incredible. And yeah, Ludwig Göransson's score is really the MVP of the movie in my thinking, because that's what the vampires were after. The music, the culture, that community. It was all about the music. And so it needed to be perfect for the movie to make sense, and it absolutely was.
Like its own character as the soundtrack.
Yeah.
Hey, Lauren, did you see Sinners? Yes, you did. Yeah.
I was like, I did for
Right, so
this, and also it made my 5.
So I'm going to ask you a question. So we have the idea of like, here's this black culture in the South, and it's fucked up. But Asian folks are also in the middle of this culture, and it was fucked up for them too in a different way.
Mm-hmm.
So like you have the shop owner who owns 2 shops, and he and his wife are Asian, and then they have a daughter who's also watching the shops. Like, how do you look at that in that particular instance? Because the idea of like, here's a difference in all these things, but it's also, we're all kind of in the same mess. Like, how does that work for you as someone from this perspective?
I mean, as an Asian person seeing the Asian people, I mean, I know nothing about the South because I'm not from there, but I do, like, in the sort of Asian culture of things, I was like, oh no, it's like the family runs the store and like we're doing this thing, and like there's usually like not in a monopoly way, but it's just like, oh, like I have this store and my auntie runs this thing, and this other part of the family does this, and it's all kind of just, we're not like we're running this town, but it's like, no, we're all just like helping each other do this thing. That felt very real to like things that I've heard or known and experienced, were like Chinatowns, like where you're like, no, that's just like kind of how it works. Like everyone's not up in each other's business, but it's like, oh, I know you, and I know like the person down the street, and like we help each other do this, or like I owe you a thing. And also just like not the deep histories, but like I feel like Black and Asian cultures have often like not like been hand in hand, but like they've helped each other out more often throughout history than I think like even I know, but like I've like heard moments in history. But I feel like that's there's been times where it's just like we're both minorities and leaning on each other to go through this terrible thing sort of together a little bit, or like help each other in ways. And so like that also, like knowing some of that already in the world, I was like, oh, like this also feels real to an extent. Again, like I don't know if that's actually how it was in the South. I did hear later, it's like, no, like there are actual communities like of like, I don't know, in the South of Asian communities where they like, this is how it was. And I didn't know that, but the sort of co-community happenings felt very like, oh, like that's cool that like that made it in. Because again, I feel like that's not necessarily always common knowledge, even for me. Like I don't know the depth and breadth of it all. But that was very cool to see it brought in and shown in that way, because it does feel like, no, that is real to history.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Before we get to honorable mentions, I just wanted to see if people wanted to remark on how the top fives look all together. If there's any comments.
It's a lot of cool overlap there.
Yeah.
A lot of great movies. I feel bad there's a bunch I haven't seen yet, like The Secret Agent, and it was just an accident and stuff. And you know, I'm gonna be watching more and more, but you know, I'm really happy with my current top five.
Mm-hmm.
I will say that already knowing just like I didn't get to all of the movies that I was like, I'm gonna watch this because we're doing this thing, and like I still didn't get to all the ones that I intended to, which is still probably not as many as some of y'all. But just for the sake of numbers, can we put Whitney on the spot and say like, because I mean, we all have top fives. I did not see, like, if we had to do top 10, I'd be like, I don't have that many. Well, might be a challenge. But we'll go through, Doug. You have, because honorable mentions. But Whitney, of your stuff, how, like, okay, Greg saw 15 movies this year from this year, like new movies. That's that's a lot. I don't know what Doug's was either, if that's close.
I had 15. I watched 15 as well. It wasn't the
we're
same
also
as Greg.
15. Not different movies maybe, but like also 15. And Whitney, how many did you have to cut to get to your top five?
So I've seen this year, I've seen 107 movies, but 43 from 2025.
Both
which
of
is
those
low,
numbers are high.
which is low for me. I feel bad, but you know, it's a busy
You shouldn't
year.
feel bad. Jesus Christ.
She has a high bar.
I will say some other highlights. I'm gonna go through my letterbox right now. I really enjoyed Caught Stealing. That was very fun. The Naked Gun reboot, extremely fun. I loved F1. An incredible time at the movies. I saw that in IMAX and I was on the edge of my seat the whole time.
I wish I could have watched that in IMAX. That is a regret of mine, but I don't have any IMAX near me.
It was that's fucking bummer. It's the worst. So I really enjoyed that. I liked Companion. That was a nice, like, twisted horror movie. Okay, I loved the new Bridget Jones movie, Mad About the Boy. They should have put that in theaters. The fact that it was only streaming was terrible. I also really enjoyed Black Bag. And then I'll plug my movie, Five Nights at Freddy's 2.
Which I did see in theaters, and I will say that in theaters, I don't always make it to theaters. I don't always make time for movies. I'm working on it. But in theaters, really, it's just different. Even if it's not like a big action, like the sound and the like reverberating and the audience, like both Doug and Whitney had talked about, like the theatrical experience of like everyone laughing or whatever it is so real. So like I was like, I gotta do this more often. Maybe not 46, 43
No, not like me. Yeah, 43 times.
But I'm gonna work on it.
I think I only went to the theater 25 times. The rest I watched it at home. But I know, again, I'm trying to be better. But I also really enjoyed
better. You're 50 times better than we are.
I also really liked Is This Thing On, the new Bradley Cooper movie starring
really
Will Arnett and Laura Dern. That was very good. I liked that a lot as well. Oh, I also had another movie come out this year. It's called Eye for an Eye. So if you are in the mood for a gothic southern horror movie, check out my other movie.
Eye for an Eye.
Is it Laurenable?
No.
For the horror fans.
No, this is like horror.
Okay.
True horror.
Doug, is your honorable mention list horror?
I have two horror movies in there. I have Frankenstein, which is barely missed. That was such a superbly shot, really beautiful movie. The creepiest movie I've seen all year was Bring Her Back.
I'm not in the right headspace to watch that movie.
That movie, there is just some creepy fucking shit that happens in that. It was really well done. Not Laurenable in any way, shape, or form. Do not watch that movie.
Thank you. Thank you.
Not even Whitney. Not in the daytime. Don't watch that movie.
Okay.
No,
All right,
that's like one of the on the high disturbing factor movie.
Oh, it is. It,
The
for sure.
disturbing and the psychological are the worst parts for me. So no
Mhm.
thanks.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yay, movies.
Yeah. So Ballerina, which was John Wick with our her last name is De Armas, and I can't remember her first name.
Anna.
Ana de Armas, which is really good. Really, really good. There is a movie on the last two are Netflix movies. House of Dynamite, great movie. A lot of people fucking hated the ending. I love the ending. It was
The ending makes sense. The ending makes sense. I thought it was okay as a movie, but I understand the ending had to happen the way it had to happen.
yeah. And Rebecca Ferguson's in that movie. I will watch anything she's in. Just
Yeah, ditto.
straight up. The other one that I watched, which was a movie that doesn't really have a storyline, like a straight up storyline, was a movie called Train Dreams, which was on Netflix. Joel Edgerton was in it, which you know him from Great Gatsby. He was in Great Gatsby movie. Is it Joel Edgerton? If I'm mispronouncing.
Which Train Dreams?
Train Dreams.
Yeah.
Train Dreams. So he was in the Great Gatsby too, because I saw the whole thing where Greg popped it up. He was in that. It is just this really sweet, interesting movie where just this guy and his wife are really just in love, and they're into love at a time when it's really difficult. They buy an acre of land and they somehow build a house. They build a house. Jesus Christ. Like, imagine if we were like, hey, you're going to get some land. You're going to pay $20 for this land. Great. Now you have to build a house. And then you're going to have kids. Oh, great. Awesome. And so it's a really beautiful movie. Joel Edgerton is that. It's a really beautiful movie. So
It's high on my list to watch. I haven't caught it yet, but
like I said, it's not something. It's not something where you go. It's not something where you go. Oh, I'm going to watch this. And it's like progression. It's not that. Just a pretty movie and really smart.
my friend Malgosia, who did the costumes for Hamnet, also did the costumes for Train Dreams, which there's a through line there. I don't know why, but it feels like they're connected.
Whitney, I feel like if you watch this would have probably been in your top 10. It's just it's a really smart, short, concise. I think it's like 145 minutes, an hour and 45 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just it's just not something you see done a lot. You know what I mean? It's one of those movies you go, I wish people would do more movies like this.
Yeah.
All right. Are you done your honorable mentions, sir?
I'm done. That's it. I will say Thunderbolts. Goddamn, I wish I would have watched that because that looks like my kind of thing. But anyway.
You said you were done.
The cutoff power.
I love it.
Fuck you, Doug.
We have a peach beer and a lager beer, and they both were good beers. What did you have, Lauren?
The entire bottle of this tasty beverage. It's great. It's done. Almost. I'll finish this. But it was very tasty. Classic. Recommend.
Holly Waddington, great designer. Sorry, but also that looks delicious, Lauren.
It's great.
I
Whitney?
finished
Whitney?
my bourbon. My bourbon is gone.
So
Feeling
sad.
great. So sad.
You had a big glass of bourbon, though.
I did. I did.
Comfy cozy now.
Feeling fantastic. I'm
Feeling
gonna
great.
watch my heated rivalry gay hockey drama after this.
Heated Rivals. What,
Heated rivalry. It's fantastic.
Well, you and Greg can talk about that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
We can.
All right, you want me to go next, Greg?
Yes.
You're last.
Save the best for
No one
last.
else.
All right, so extra layer Winterfest, fucking delicious. I had great beers. The Armchair Enthusiast, which was a brown ale with coffee. That was delicious. This weird fucking magnanimous double diagonal cut peanut butter Concord grape jelly thing was the best, weirdest thing I had. That was really good.
Great review.
It's the Speakeasy's closing, y'all.
Oh,
And
boo.
we're getting out of here. But Whitney, it's been an absolute pleasure
Yeah, Whitney and Lauren. Thank you.
from talking about the Gatsby parties to the slashers of 2020. You have one of the coolest portfolios in the game.
Thank you. It's always a joy to be here and get to hang out with you all. And I look forward to the next time I get to be back.
With another goblet
Excellent.
of bourbon.
Another goblet of bourbon.
Yeah, and outside of catching Friday night at Freddy's Part 2, that's in the theaters right now, y'all. What is the best way for everybody to follow your work and see the behind the scenes things with your costumes and all the things you do?
I mostly post on Instagram. I'm WAA Costume Design. I also post elsewhere, but Instagram's my main game. It's the easiest way to share visuals of what I do. I also have a Patreon for my podcast, Tales from a Costume Designer. And so find me on Patreon or on my Instagram page for Tales from a Costume Designer. I am getting back to new episodes in January now that I'm done with my last movie and getting back to the podcast game.
Excellent. Lauren, any last words?
No, I don't know.
No.
I was like, I don't have a lot of words, but I don't have any to wrap it up. It's always new conversations. It's always lovely to be here. Thank you for having me. Y'all got me to watch more movies than I usually do. And it's fun to talk about it and get extra perspective and have an excuse to hang out.
Yeah, we need to do this next year.
Oh, absolutely. I look forward to it. This should be a yearly thing.
Yeah, the annual
Our
thing
top
I think is what we
It
need to
is.
do for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
The problem
Yeah.
is the problem is whittling it down to 5. That's the problem.
It's hard. And then this year I just was bad in seeing everything. So I feel like
You were
but I
not
feel
bad.
very-
You were busy. You were
I was
busy.
I was working. I was doing press.
Which is great.
Which is fantastic. But I feel very good about my top 5.
Me too. And we feel very good about next week, which is us and Madame Brews and Beats and our top 5 albums of the year.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Music drives it again.
Yeah. Whitney,
Yeah.
you may want to view because there might be a particular soundtrack involved.
Oh, exciting.
All right, y'all. We'll see you next week. And y'all have a Merry Christmas. We didn't talk about that goofy holiday coming up, but apparently it's coming up, y'all. And we will have that before the next time we see y'all on Speakeasy Conversations.
Yep.
Happy Hanukkah
Wait.
currently.
Yeah,
Kwanzaa.
Whitney,
All of
thanks
them.
again.
Thank
Thanks.
you.
Cheers.